Live on a Friday night at Utah Grizzlies Hockey, as it's the second of a three-game weekend series between the Grizzlies and the Allen Americans. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm hanging out at the Grizz Cave at Maverick Center. There's a big gymnastics event happening at Maverick Center this evening. The Grizzlies are, however, at the Lone Star State. They're in Allen, Texas to take on the Americans in the second of a three-game set. It's the 6th of 7 meetings this season between the clubs. Utah is 2-3 against Allen this season. On Wednesday night, the Americans got a 5-4 victory over the Grizzlies, but Utah got outstanding performances from Dakota Raby, who had 2 goals, and Tyler Penner, who had 3 assists. And the Grizzlies also got goals from Dylan Fitz and Brandon Cutler. Cutler getting his 12th goal of the season. It was a pretty evenly played game. Both teams had 41 shots. Both clubs had outstanding goaltenders. Trent Miner for the Grizzlies saved 36 of 41. Allen's Levi Merrilainen stopped 37 of 41 in the victory. The Americans got 2 goals from Grant Hebert and 1 goal and 1 assist from Hank Crone and Mikel Robideau. The big story over the last couple days is that both goaltenders have been called up to the AHL. Trent Miner was reassigned to the AHL's Colorado Eagles from the Grizzlies yesterday. Miner appeared in Wednesday night's game, stopping 36 of 41. And for Allen, they lost Levi Merrilainen to the AHL. He's got a 9-4 record with the Americans with a save percentage of just under .930. So tonight's goaltending matchup is going to be Dante Januzzi. He'll be in net for the Grizzlies. He's got a record of 5-11 with a .904 save percentage. He'll be going up against Chase Perry, who's winless on the season. He's got a record of 0-3-1 with a goals against average of 5.45. Grizzlies have had outstanding offensive performances by Brett Stapley as of late, as he has a point in 7 straight games, 3 goals and 7 assists. 2024 All-Star Kyle Mayhew has a point in 6 of his last 7 games. Brandon Cutler leads the Grizzlies with 12 goals this year. He's on a current 2-game goal-scoring streak, but they're going up against an Allen Americans club that's about as hot as anybody in the league, as Allen has won 6 in a row, and they have also won 9 of their last 10 games. And Hank Crone looks at that Brett Stapley scoring streak and goes, I've got a 15-game point-scoring streak. So Crone's got a point in 15 straight games. And if I saw it right, he's got a breakaway goal in 4 straight contests. Oddly enough, Hank Crone and Brett Stapley were teammates for 2 seasons at the University of Denver. So it's going to be a fun one here tonight. Allen's usually a pretty high-scoring team. They've averaged about 4.5 goals per game over the last month. As for the Grizzlies, let's see if they can find a way to slow down that Allen attack, and maybe they can get some goals on their own as they're facing a goaltender in Chase Perry that's got a goals against average of 5.5. When we come back, we'll talk about the newest member of the Grizzlies. He's a defenseman. He'll be in the lineup making his Grizzlies debut. And we'll also talk about Tyler Penner, the Grizzlies Iron Man, who's tonight playing in his 201st consecutive game. We're in business on a Friday night, and you're listening to the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to the Grizzlies Hockey Network. I'm Tyson Whiting. Wednesday night was a banner night for Tyler Penner as he reached the milestone of 200 straight games for the Grizzlies, 176 in the regular season and 24 postseason games. It adds up to 200, which he had on Wednesday night, and he had 3 assists in the 5-4 loss to the Allen Americans. You talk about the Iron Man, Tyler Penner has really been a consistent force for the Grizzlies over the last 2.5 years. He has 29 goals and 36 assists in his Grizzlies career. And really, it was good to see some of the more longer tenured Grizzlies have good performances on Wednesday. You know, Penner with the 3 assists and Dakota Raby with 2 goals. Raby's actually done a great job against the Americans over his Grizzlies career. He's got 2 goals and 3 assists against Allen this year. Last season against the Americans, he had 2 goals and 5 assists. So Dakota Raby's done some good stuff against the Americans in years past, and it was good to see Dakota Raby get his second multiple-point game of the season on Wednesday. And it was also good to see Brandon Cutler get his 12th goal of the season. Now, I still have not seen the Cutler goal, as they didn't show it live. They never showed a replay, and I still have no clue how he scored. But he now has a goal in back-to-back games. He's got 12 on the season to lead the Grizzlies. Nathan Burke is second on the club with 10 goals this year, and Mick Messner is looking to join the double-digit goal-scoring club tonight as he has 9 on the season. Grizzlies added a defenseman to their roster. He's going to make his Utah debut, and we come back in 30 seconds. We'll tell you who he is on the other side, as it's the Grizzlies and the Americans here on a Friday night, and you're listening to the Grizzlies Radio Network.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Newest member of the Grizzlies is Zane Sharts, who has pro experience in this league with Norfolk, Indy, Toledo, Orlando, Kansas City, and Newfoundland. He's also played in the SBHL with the Knoxville Ice Bears. Sharts played his college hockey at Liberty University, where he scored 59 points, 23 goals, and 36 assists in 35 games in his senior campaign in the 2017-2018 season. The previous year, he had 42 points in 40 games, 18 goals, and 24 assists. Zane Sharts, his last name spelled S-C-H-A-R-T-Z. He will be wearing number 26 for the Grizzlies. He'll be one of 6 defensemen for Ryan Kanasowicz this evening. Other news that happened yesterday, goaltender Trent Miner and defenseman Gianni Fairbrother were each called to the AHL's Colorado Eagles. So they're back in Colorado. It'll be an interesting one tonight for the Grizzlies. Can Brett Stapley pick up a point again? As obviously he scored in 7 straight games. And for the Grizzlies, can they slow down Hank Crone, who has a point in 15 straight games? The Americans have won 6 in a row, and they have won 9 of their last 10 games. And they are currently in 3rd place in the Mountain Division with 35 standings points and an even 500 record of 17-17-1. On Wednesday night, former Grizzly forward Johnny Walker was a scratch. Walker will be in the lineup this evening for the Americans. There are 5 former Grizzly skaters that are going to be playing for Allen tonight. They include Taryn Fizer, who got an assist in his Americans debut on Wednesday. Last year, he was one of Utah's best scorers. He was second on the team with 27 goals. He was also second on the club with 50 points this season. So watch out for Taryn Fizer. He'll be wearing number 8 for the Americans. Johnny Walker will be number 6. It'll be his first appearance since December 2nd for Allen. He played in 1 game against the Grizzlies on December 1st. And former Grizzlies defenseman Chris Mallory and Eric Williams will also be in there. Mallory has 31 points in 35 games. If I remember right, he leads the league in power play assists among defensemen. So watch out for Eric Williams, for Chris Mallory, and also watch out for Eric Williams, who has 2 goals and 12 assists in 35 games. Colin Jacobs, who played in 5 games for the Grizzlies in the 2019-2020 season, he'll be in there as well. When we come back in 30 seconds, we will give you the lineups for both teams. It's the Grizzlies and the Americans face off in about 10 minutes from now on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. Let's give you the lineups for both teams. First, the visiting Utah Grizzlies, who have a record of 12-20 this season. They are 11-6 at home and 1-14 on the road. They are led by third-year head coach Ryan Kanasowicz. The assistant is Christian Horn. Athletic trainer is Colin Lee, and the equipment manager is Jackson Hibbard. Starting in net for the Grizzlies, Dante Januzzi will get the start. He's making his 17th appearance this year. Januzzi has a record of 5-11 with 1 shutout that came on New Year's Eve against Tulsa, where he stopped all 32 shots. He has a 3.22 goals against average and .904 save percentage. Januzzi listed at 6'1" and 190 pounds. He played the previous 5 seasons in the WHL with the Portland Winterhawks. The backup goaltender tonight is Will Cranley. Cranley has appeared in 6 games for the Grizzlies, 6 games earlier this season with the Reading Royals. The next game he appears in will be in his 13th as a pro. Starting defensive pairing for the Grizzlies, as Januzzi will get the start in net. Starting defensive pairing is going to be Quinn Wickers, number 12. Wickers this season has 1 goal and 5 assists in 15 games. And he'll be paired up with Brian Yoon. Yoon's been outstanding in the plus-minus category. He leads the Grizzlies with a +7 rating this year. He has a +6 in his last 6 games. So Brian Yoon will be in there, the former Colorado College captain. So starting defensive pairing once again is Wickers and Yoon. We will also see Kyle Mayhew, who has a point in 6 of his last 7 games, and he is tied for second among all league defensemen with 7 goals on the year. So watch out for Mayhew. He'll be paired up with Josh Wesley, the Grizzlies captain. Wesley, this season in 25 games, has 6 goals and 7 assists. So we'll see Mayhew and Wesley paired up for most of the night, and obviously those guys will play 25-plus minutes tonight. We'll also see Jacob Semick, the Arizona State product, in there wearing number 17. He has 2 goals and 3 assists in 26 games. And making his Grizzlies debut is number 26, Zane Sharts. Sharts has previously played in this league with Norfolk, Indy, Toledo, Orlando, Kansas City, and Newfoundland. So this will be his 7th team in the league. He also played in 1 game in the SBHL with the Knoxville Ice Bears. So we'll find out about Zane Sharts tonight. He's a local guy in Texas. He's from Plano, Texas, which is nearby Allen. I think Plano is somewhere between downtown Dallas and the Allen area. So we'll watch out for Zane Sharts wearing number 26. He'll make his Grizzlies debut tonight. The defensive scratches for the Grizzlies this evening include Jordan Stone, Cade Jensen, Michael Underwood, and Keone Teixeira. Starting forwards for the Grizzlies, Dylan Fitz, who picked up a goal late in the second period on Wednesday night. Fitz has 5 goals and 3 assists this season. Watch out for him. He's got a goal in 2 of his last 4 games. The Iron Man, Tyler Penner, will be in there for the 201st consecutive time, including the playoffs, 177 in the regular season. He had his best game of the season on Wednesday night where he had 3 assists, and he's really been good in the month of January. He has 4 points in 4 games in January, 1 goal and 3 assists. Dakota Raby picked up a big performance. He had 2 goals on Wednesday. Raby really has done a good job against Allen this season, where he has 2 goals and 3 assists. Last year against Allen, he had 2 goals and 5 assists. So the starting forwards are going to be Raby, Fitz, and Penner. All 3 of those guys have been with the Grizzlies for over a year now. We will also see Brett Stapley, who has 10 points in his last 7 games. He's got a point in all 7. He also leads the Grizzlies with 9 power play points this season, and he also leads all Grizzlies forwards in plus-minus with a +2 rating. We'll see Cole Gallant, who had 2 assists against Newfoundland on January 7th. Gallant had more than a point a game in the month of December, where he had 16 points, 5 goals, and 11 assists in 15 games. We'll also see Nathan Burke, who's second on the club with 10 goals this season, and he'll be in there for the Grizz. Mick Messner's got 6 goals in his last 16 games. He's third on the club with 9 goals. He'll be in there as well. Brandon Cutler, who has a goal in 2 straight games. Cutler leads the Grizzlies in goals as well as penalty minutes with 51, and he also leads the Grizzlies with 112 shots on goal. J.C. Campagna is also going to be in there for the Grizzlies, as well as the Cincinnati duel of Cody Caron and Adam Berg. So that's the forwards for the Grizzlies this evening. As the forward scratches are going to be Aaron Aragon, who's serving the second of a 2-game suspension. Maybe we'll see him on Saturday night. And Dean Yakura also a scratch this evening. So that's the lineup for the Utah Grizzlies. The starters, once again, defensively are Wickers and Yoon. The starting forwards are Fitz, Penner, and Raby. We'll get to the Allen starting lineup in 30 seconds after this word from Mountain Land Supply Company.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
The Allen Americans have been one of the hottest teams this year. They've got a record of 17-17-1. They are 7-8 at home this season. They're actually a better club on the road. Starting in net is going to be Chase Perry, who's making his 7th appearance this year. It's really been a struggle for Perry, who's got a record of 0-3-1 with a 5.45 goals against average and .875 save percentage. Perry's the goaltender that got in a fight with Lucas Preek after a game this past February. Starting defensive pairing for the Americans, Andrew Jarvis, who's not a very big guy, listed at 5'8" and 178 pounds, but he really threw his body around on Wednesday night. He'll be paired up with Nolan Orzek, who's been red hot. Orzek, over his last 5 games, has 7 points, 2 goals, and 5 assists. So watch out for Orzek. He's been about as hot as any Allen American. So that's a starting defensive pairing, Jarvis and Orzek, but also watch out for Chris Mallory, the Iron Man of the Allen Americans club. He never misses a game. This will be his 36th appearance this year. He's got 8 goals and 23 assists, as well as former Grizzly Eric Williams, who was with the Grizz during the 2019-2020 season. Williams has 2 goals and 12 assists in 35 games. We will also see Ty Farmer in there, as well as Ryan Gagnon. That's the 6th defenseman for the Allen Americans. Starting forwards, Colin Jacobs, a former Grizzly who played in 5 games with Utah in the 2019-2020 season. In 8 games this year, he has 1 goal and 1 assist. Gavin Gould will be in there. He's not a very big guy at 5'8" and 168 pounds. In 16 games this year, he has 4 goals and 8 assists and a +5 rating. We'll also see Mikael Robidoux does just about everything for the Americans. He's got 58 penalty minutes in 11 games. He had 1 goal and 1 assist on Wednesday. The goal that he scored, 9:50 into the third period, turned out to be the game winner. Watch out for Hank Crone. He's got 14 goals and 25 assists in 24 games, and he's got a point in 14 straight games, and he has a breakaway goal in each of his last 4. Grant Hebert had 2 goals on Wednesday night. Watch out for him. He's been a key member of the Americans for about the past year. He has 4 goals and 3 assists in 13 games. And also watch out for Easton Brodzinski, who scored 4 goals against the Grizzlies this year. He had a hat trick against Utah on December 8th, and he's got 14 goals over his last month. So watch out for Brodzinski, who's going to be wearing number 18 for the Americans. And we'll also watch out for Taron Pfizer, the former Grizzly, who's making his 2nd appearance in an Allen Americans jersey. He was reassigned from their AHL affiliate, the Belleville Senators, where he played in 12 games earlier this season. We'll come back and have face-off over in Allen, as it's the Grizzlies and the Americans coming up next on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Expectations here will always remain high, and we'll continue to find a way.
Guys put together a lot of good games, you know.
Great night for hockey as 2 big standings points were on the line as the Grizzlies are in Allen, Texas to take on the Americans, the 2nd of a 3-game series. Hi, everybody. I'm Tyson Whiting. I'm hanging out in the Grizz Cave just outside the Grizzlies team store at Maverick Center, so please bear with me as I am at the mercy of the one video feed that sometimes we don't get to see every goal and some of the other key details of the game. The 2 captains are out there at center ice. Chris Mallory, the former Grizzly who played his college hockey at Penn State, 4th-year pro. He's at center ice with Grizzlies captain Josh Wesley. He's got 6 goals and 7 assists in 25 games. these games are starting to become more and more important for the Grizz, who are in 6th place in the Mountain Division standings. And obviously, it's been a rough go of it on the road, but Utah has played close games on the road here lately, and they just got to find a way to get that first goal. The Grizzlies have scored first 12 times this season. They are 9-3 when scoring first. So watch out for who gets that first goal of the game. And speaking of which, everybody make your pick for the Optum first goal of the game as to who's going to score first for Utah. My pick is going to be Nathan Burke. I think he gets his 11th of the year to give Utah a 1-0 lead. That's who I've got scoring the Optum first goal of the game. Goaltending matchup tonight, Dante Januzzi will get his 17th appearance of the year, and I think it's 16th start. He's got a 5-11 record with 1 shutout. For Allen, it's going to be Chase Perry, who's still looking for his first win of the season. Both goaltenders that appeared on Wednesday night were called up to the AHL. Levi Marilina was called up to the AHL's Belleville Senators, and Trent Miner was called up to the Colorado Eagles. Starting forwards are Penners taking the face-off with Raby and Fitz, with Wickers and Ewan on the back end. For Allen, I think it's Gavin Gould taking the draw. He wins it, and the American skate from right to left as we're underway. As Allen back in their own zone, skating from right to left. Grizzlies from left to right. Grizzlies left wing, righty shot, saved by Perry. As Allen turned it over, and Penner had a good look from the left side, but Perry was able to make the stop as we get our first whistle 11 seconds into the game. Now watch out for that forward line. That was probably the best that the Grizzlies had on Wednesday, Penner, Fitz, and Raby. As Penner will take the draw against Colin Jacobs. Jacobs has made the rounds here in this league, including a stop with Utah, where he played in 5 games in the 2019-2020 season. He also had some experience with Wichita. Draw won by Jacobs as the Americans in a white jersey with red numbers. As Yoon trips up the Americans, no call. Allen back in the far side as they're in their own end. They pitch it out to center ice. It goes to Yoon at the center ice logo. He'll backpedal into his own zone, get it to Wickers as Utah moves it ahead. As the puck glides into the Allen zone, as Perry behind his net shuffles it towards the far side. Now Fitz gets it in the far corner. Fitz skates along the goal line, centers it. Raby with a shot, and he didn't get much on it. Raby chases after it and gets it in the right corner. Raby gets held up by Jacobs. Now gets it to Penner. Right side. Shot goes wide, and the puck ricochets deep into the Grizzlies zone. As chasing after it's Kyle Mayhew, the all-star in his first shift of the game. He gets it to Josh Wesley, who advances to center ice, and the puck goes past Nathan Burke as it bounces deep in the American zone. Eric Williams gathers it. He hit it off a referee. 2 referees tonight. Williams bounced it right off him. Grizzlies throw it to the point. Allen picks it off. Americans glided ahead, but it's taken back by Utah. Now, Allen gets it as Colby McCauley, the Grizzlies killer, throws it towards the end boards. McCauley, 8 points in 5 games against Utah this year. McCauley over in the near corner gets it as he backhands it up top for Chris Mullery, who slides it to his right. As the Americans fire it to the left corner, Grizzlies chase after it, and the puck goes out to center ice. Grizz have it 3-on-2. Utah gains line. They get it to Gallant, pass behind him. Gallant couldn't get it off the boards. Now he does, battling with Mullery. As Gallant throws to the point, Grizzlies keep it in. They try to throw it to the near circle, but Mullery picks it off and backhands it to center ice. Puck bounced off the Stapley, who gathers the puck at neutral ice, and he throws it in. It goes back to the Americans. Grizzlies change things up about 2 minutes in. Still no score as Allen with a right wing pass connects. Americans gain the line. Hank Crone, right circle. Lefty shot is blocked away. Crone gets it back. He'll drop it off the boards as Jacobs fires it towards the end wall. Easton Brodzinski slides it along the near side. Ty Farmer gets it to Grant Hebert. Hebert will toss it to Taryn Pfizer off the end wall as Pfizer skates towards the point. Now Pfizer glides towards his right. He's in the high slot. Righty shot is blocked away. Grizzlies in the near side will skip it out to center ice. It goes back to Hebert, who will hit it off of Berg's stick. Americans skate back in. Pfizer on side. Skates to he's offside, though, as the whistle blows. Everybody stops skating as we get a whistle with 2. We're 2:26 in, as there's 17:34 left in the first. We're just getting going. So grab some chips and dip and a beverage of your choice and enjoy a little bit of Friday with us. As the Grizzlies change things up here, looking to change their luck on the road. They're wearing a black jersey with white numbers and professional green trim. As Cody Cron on the ice for his first shift of the game. Taking the draw is Mick Messner, I think. That draw won by the Americans, but it goes past Ryan Gagnon, who will chase after it deep in the American zone. Gagnon skates around Perry's net. Now he'll chip it to the far side as the Americans do a good job working the puck around. They're one of the best passing teams in the league as Gagnon will advance it to the right side. Pass connects. Allen skates towards the right circle. Shot is blocked away. I think that was Pfizer that took it. Pfizer lets it go towards the end boards. Cole Gallant collides with an American as the Grizzlies get the puck skating from left to right. Diagonal pass to the right. Bounces off of Yoon, who chases after it. as he collides with Andrew Jarvis in the near corner. As Nolan Orszag, who's been as hot as any American, gets it to Jordan Ty Fournier. Fournier gets pushed by Cody Cron. As Fournier skates towards his left, now he skates down the middle. As he crosses center ice, Jordan Ty Fournier with good speed. He skates towards the left circle. Backhand shot goes wide as he was being back-checked by Josh Wesley. Now they get to the right point for Orszag, who rolls along the boards. Jacobs gets pushed in the far side. Now he gets it back up top for Orszag, who skates towards the right circle. Orszag now gets around Raby. Orszag around Utah's net towards the near side. He'll take a righty shot. And a block saved by Januzzi as it bounced off his shoulder. As Gallant will carry it out to center ice, 3-on-3. Grizzlies enter the zone, high slot. Gallant righty shot goes high and bounces off the protective netting. And we get a whistle with 16:20 left in the first. So we're just under 4 minutes in. Draw's going to come back to neutral ice as both teams will change things up. It looks like both teams are keeping their shifts pretty short. A little bit of a feeling out process here. And both clubs know the importance of getting that first goal. Utah's 9-3 when scoring first, but they've only scored first in 12 of the 32 games this year. For the Grizzlies, it's game 33, and for Allen, it's their 36th game. So the Americans are at the halfway point after tonight's game. Utah wins the draw. Wesley around the wall. Penner chips to Raby behind the net. Raby skates towards the far corner. He collides with Blake Murray, number 21. Murray, former Carolina Hurricanes draft pick. As the puck goes deep in the Grizzlies zone, Utah chases after it. As now it goes to Wesley in the near side. Wesley, the Grizzlies captain, advances a blue line to blue line pass. It tapped off a Raby stick and goes in deep. Mallory gets pushed by Raby as Fitz back to Raby, the Michigan man who skates towards the near side. As Raby drops it off in the right corner as Jacob Semick centers it out in front. Pass goes wide. Allen will advance it to center ice as Hank Crone glides into the zone along the left. Crone trying to call his own number. Great poke check by the Grizz. I think that's the newest member in his first shift, Zane Sharts. Sharts wearing number 26. He's out on the ice right now. Allen to the right side gets the puck. They fire it towards the far goal line as McCauley lets it go to Murray. Back to McCauley, far side. He tips it up top as the Americans dance around to the right point. As Eric Williams will drop it back off. As McCauley make that Hank Crone. Drops it off for Mallory. He feeds it across to McCauley, who's now on the right side. Lefty shot. And gets redirected and goes wide as Williams gathers it left circle. So bouncing off the skate of Crone. Crone feeds it out in front. It bounced off his stick and goes to the Grizzlies. Fitz skates to his blue line, and he backhands it to the center ice logo. Grizzlies gather it. As skating in is Sharts. Sharts, number 26, gets it to Stapley. Stapley skates in backhand. Shot, he scores! Brett Stapley gets his 7th of the year as he just skated in on Perry, then went backhand top shelf over him. As the Grizzlies draw first blood with 14:50 left in the first. I think an assist is going to go to Zane Sharts on that. Sharts was at the right point and just kind of fed it across to Stapley. Then Stapley skated in the rest of the way and fired a beautiful shot over Chase Perry. So it's 1-0 Grizzlies with 14:50 left in the first. As a draw won by Utah, as they skate from left to right here in the first period. Yoon will bounce it off an American and goes to Wickers. It gets to Stapley at the Utah blue line. Stapley does kind of a half circle towards the far circle as Stapley drops it off for Yoon as he moves it towards center ice for Gallant. Utah leads 1-0 as Gallant gains the line, slides it towards Stapley. Allen pokes it back towards the near wing boards. Now it goes to Ty Farmer around Allen's net. He kicks it off the screen to center ice. Pass is bobbled by Abear as Gould gets back checked by Burke as the Americans skate in, but they're offside as the Grizzlies did a good job messing up with Allen's timing. So let's see, we get the details on the Stapley goal as it looked like Zane Sharts in one of his first shifts in a Grizzlies uniform picks up an assist. Draws going to be at neutral ice near the Grizzlies bench, 14-18 in. Brett Stapley is the Optum first goal of the game score. They haven't listed the goal as of yet on the ECHL app. As a draw, going to be on the far side. As Colin Jacobs will take it for Allen. Jacobs goes 6'2" and 215 pounds. As Mick Messner was taking it for Utah. Messner, the Merrimack product, who also played at the University of Wisconsin. As the linesman now kicks Jacobs out of the circle, Easton Brodzinski will take the draw. Brodzinski has 14 goals and 6 assists in 30 games and a +10 rating. As a draw goes to the Grizzlies defenseman as Utah moves it ahead. Grizz towards center ice, gets knocked down, taking its Taryn Pfizer. He feeds it across as Allen deep in their own end. As falling down was Andrew Jarvis. As the Americans carry it across center ice, left wing. as they dump it in. As a big-time hit delivered by the Grizzlies at center ice. Mayhew slides it to Berg. Berg skips it in front as Grizzlies moving out towards center ice. And now Cutler will back it out into his own zone as he moves it ahead. Grizzlies enter 2-on-3. They get it to Messner in the right circle. As Messner dances around in the point as he's nearby Nolan Orzek. As Messner gets to Mayhew, gets pushed. Puck exits the zone. Allen gathers it. Americans throw it to Brodzinski, who feeds it back to the right side. Americans shot, saved by Januzzi. Rebound goes to the left point. As Mallory gets to Jacobs in the left circle, back to Mallory. One-timer, and a glove save by Januzzi. He holds on. 13:25 is left in the first. Brett Stapley gave Utah a 1-0 lead, and I believe Zane Schartz will pick up an assist in his Grizzlies debut. It's Utah 1, Allen 0, with 13:25 left in the first period on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
13 minutes, 25 seconds left in the first period. They still have not listed the first goal in the ECHL app. We believe Stapley scored it with Zane Schartz getting an assist. Schartz wearing number 26 in his Grizzlies debut. This is the 7th different ECHL team he's played on. Grizzlies won the draw. They're in their own zone, skating from left to right as Stapley carries it out to center. As Grizzlies move a right wing pass and Allen tips it. As McCauley loses it, Grizzlies get it back. They cross center. Stapley gains the line. He skates towards his left as Stapley's now in the left corner. As now he stops and bounces it off an American. Campagna's on the ice. He gets at the high slot, and he throws to Stapley along the left. Stapley skates back towards the blue line. Now he backhands it to the corner as Cody Cron gets to Campagna. Make that Brian Yoon. Will bounce it off the referee. There's 2 referees tonight. That's at least the second time the referee's been hit as the puck was sliding along the boards. As Allen gets pushed by Campagna, the Americans have the puck in their own end. As Campagna feeds to the far corner, he gets pushed. And now play continues as Campagna gets double-teamed and pushed. And, boy, that's kind of weird as Campagna just stopped playing as he got pushed by 2 Americans. Now the puck's in the Grizzlies zone right point as Penner drags down Mallory. Penner, the Colgate product. As play starting to get physical as Quinn Wickers will tap it towards Penner. Now it goes to center ice. And now the Grizzlies backing out into their own end. Yoon over to Wickers. Wickers played 2 years with Rapid City, played against Allen a few times. Now right wing pass to Penner, who slides it across as Fitz will literally kick it to the corner. Fitz pushes Mallory as Grizzlies skate towards the right side as Raby over to Semick, who fires towards the net, gets redirected. Shot and a score! Dylan Fitz out in front, put it away as Utah's taking a 2-0 lead. That's Fitz's second point of the night. He got an assist on the first goal, and Fitz puts it away. Already a multiple-point game for Dylan Fitz. 11:56 is left in the first, and Utah takes a 1-0 lead. Semick should get an assist as he was on the right side, just fired it out in front, and Fitz was able to get it. I don't think it bounced off of Perry first, as Fitz was able to put it in the back of the net as Perry had lost his balance. So just over 8 minutes in, Grizzlies have scored the first 2 goals tonight. Utah wins the draw as Tyler Penner will have the puck lift on him. It bounces at the Allen blue line, and the Americans have it. As Farmer gets it across, as Allen gets it past Gavin Gould on the diagonal pass, as it tips off the board looking for Johnny Walker. He couldn't get it, and icing is on Allen as we get a whistle with 11:41 left in the first. Johnny Walker last season, if I remember right, I think he was number 7. This year with the Americans is wearing number 6. Let's see if we can get a detail on the goal. The first goal was scored by Brett Stapley, 5:10 in, with Zane Schartz and Dylan Fitz getting the assists. Fitz just recently gave the Grizzlies a 2-0 lead as he scored with Jacob Semick getting an assist. Grizzlies win the draw. Wesley skates on the near goal line, and he gets hit by Farmer. Puck lays for Perry to freeze it as he holds on with 11:34 left in the first. Draw's going to stay in the American zone in the near circle. So great start for the Grizzlies here they're looking for their second road win of the season as they lead 2-0 with 11:34 left in the first. Stapley with the goal 5 minutes in, now has a point in 8 straight games as he takes a draw against Grant Hebert. Hebert, a big guy at 6'4" and 200 pounds. Stapley's kicked out of the circle. Cole Gallant will take the draw. Fitz's goal was scored 8:04 in with Penner and Semick getting the assist. So Penner now has 4 assists in this series after having 3 helpers on Wednesday. Allen wins the draw. They throw it in as it bounces off a body. And it's going to be icing once again on the Americans with 11:26 left in the first. So everybody will hike down towards Chase Perry as Cody Cron on the ice now, along with Adam Berg. And there's really a big thing for the Grizzlies getting off to a fast start, and it's good to see that Fitz, Penner, and Raby line come through once again as they did on that second goal. Utah's taken 4 shots. The Americans have taken 3 so far. Stapley will take the draw against Hebert as Grizzlies scored goals about 3 minutes apart here in the first. Allen wins the draw. Ty Farmer slides it to the far side as Pfizer bobbled it. Now Gallant will kick it off an Allen skate as the Americans get the puck. Diagonal pass to the left connects. As the Americans cross center ice, Brzezinski gains the line, drops off for Farmer. Farmer spins around towards the corner. He keeps his feet, throws it to the high slot. Lefty shot goes wide. That was taken by Jarvis. Now right wing, righty shot. Saved by Januzzi. He holds on with an even 11 minutes left in the first. I couldn't see who took that second shot for the Americans. It was either Pfizer. Actually, it was Taron Pfizer that took that shot from the right side. Grizzlies fans have good memories of Taron Pfizer, and I'm pretty sure Grizzlies fans will be rooting for Pfizer in games he doesn't play against the Grizzlies. Brzezinski will take the draw against Tyler Penner. Penner 3 assists on Wednesday night. He picked up an assist to give Utah a 2-0 lead here about 8 minutes in. As we're 9 minutes in now, Allen wins the draw. Pfizer centers it to Brzezinski. His shot is blocked by Wickers. Now Brzezinski in the far corner slides it around to Pfizer on the left side. As Pfizer kicks it across the right side, Allen. Nolan Orzek will skate towards the far goal line. He looked to center, bounced off a stick. Hebert left circle will lay it out for Orzek, who skates towards his right. Orzek now in the right circle. Righty shot. Saved by Januzzi. And it was a body stop that Januzzi just smothered, and he holds on with 10:32 left in the first. So draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. We're still early on. The Grizzlies already have a 2-0 lead, and the seats aren't even warm yet at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. Messner will take the draw against Blake Murray. Murray, a former draft pick of the Carolina Hurricanes. He played the last 2 years in 2 games to start this season with the Norfolk Admirals. He played in 10 games with Florida and then was sent to the Allen Americans. As Wickers skates towards the near corner after Utah won the draw, as Cutler holds up an American, as Utah gathers the puck and they cross center ice. Cutler along the near wing boards, gains the line. He stops in the right point. Now Cutler skates towards his left. He gets tripped up in the high slot. Now it's the left. Lefty shot saved by Perry. Grizzlies hack away. Perry trying to cover it up. It looks like he does. Hooking's going to be the call as Cutler was skating in the high slot, and he got tripped up. And I think it's going to be a penalty on the Americans, and it is. As Chris Mallory shakes his head back and forth, sporting a goatee. He gets 2 minutes for hooking with 10:09 left in the first. So Utah gets the first power play of the night. Grizz are 16.7% on the power play. Allen's penalty kill is 77.9%. Stapley on the ice. He leads the Grizzlies with 9 power play points. As Gallant and Burke are out there as well. Mayhew and I think Wesley. Grizzlies win the draw. Mayhew throws to the near corner. Allen fanned on clearing it out as it just glides slowly along the far boards. Now it's taken by Eric Williams, far side. And he'll skip it out of the zone as it goes between Mayhew and Wesley. Januzzi plays it in front of the crease, and he outlets it to the Utah blue line for Stapley, who skates back deep in the Grizzlies zone as he is back checked by Jordan Ty Fournier. As Mayhew gathers it, he skates along the near circle. Now Mayhew will carry it out to center ice. He crosses the red and feeds a right wing pass to Gallant. He gets it back to Mayhew, skates towards the near corner. Mayhew gets it up top. It goes to Stapley in the right point. As Brett Stapley back to his college teammate Mayhew, over to Stapley. who gets it back to Mayhew as they play catch. Now Stapley gets it back from Mayhew. Stapley throws to the near circle as it goes to Burke. Back to Stapley. One-timer saved by Perry. Rebound out in front. Allen gathers it, and they clear it out. Boy, a lot of rebounds lobbed by Chase Perry early on. As we're halfway through Utah's first power play, Stapley skates around his net as he's being chased from behind, and Allen player loses a stick, puts both hands in the air, wanting a penalty. Oh, they're going to call it. Interference is going to be the call. I don't know. Stapley was just going for the puck. The other guy lost his stick and then put both hands in the air, wanting a penalty. Well, I think if you're a Grizzlies fan, you can't be happy about that one. It didn't look like, from the view we saw, that there was anything that Stapley did. But interference is going to be the call. It looked like Stapley had kind of won that race to the puck. And I don't know. Josh Wesley's arguing the case. There's two referees tonight, Tatu Kunto and Will Kelly. Dylan Fitz also pleading his case. I got to be honest, I'm not sure there was much there. 9:03 left in the first. We're going to skate 4-on-4 for 55 seconds. There's a timeout in the ice. We're back in 45 seconds as Utah leads 2-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
It looked like initially it was going to be Brett Stapley going to the box, but they gave the penalty to Jacob Semick according to the ECHL app. 10:57 into the first, so we'll skate 4-on-4 for 55 seconds, and after that, the Americans will have a power play. Allen has outshot Utah 6-5 here so far. Grizzlies have a 2-0 lead as Brett Stapley scored his 7th of the year, 5-10 in, with Schartz and Fitz getting the assist. Allen wins the draw. Brzezinski high slot, swings and misses as Brzezinski skates towards the corner. He wraps around the boards. Puck goes back to Utah as Brandon Cutler gains the line. He's onside. He gets to Raby, who feeds it across. It bounced off an American and Norzek. Wesley in the far corners. We're skating 4-on-4 now. Grizzlies have scored a couple goals here, 4-on-4 this season. As the puck squirts towards the end boards, it's taken by Ty Farmer, who moves it ahead as the Americans skate in front of their goaltender, Chase Perry. Left wing pass to Brzezinski across the center ice. He guides it towards the corner as Cutler battles with them. Puck goes over to Wickers as Wickers gathers the puck. 15 seconds left in the 4-on-4. He gets it to Cutler, who's behind Utah's net near the corner. Now Cutler will carry it out towards the blue line. Cutler gets to neutral ice across the red line. Now he skates down the middle, across the zone, makes a nice move around an American, goes between his legs, shot goes wide as the puck goes back towards Terran Pfizer. Pfizer, the former Grizzly, will carry it across center ice, left wing pass to Crone. Crone gets to Mallory, back to Crone. Allen's now on a power play for 57 seconds. Mallory back in the left side, moves it across to Pfizer. He gets to Mallory in the high slot. Mallory, lefty shot, saved by Januzzi. Rebound goes towards the near boards. Grizzlies gallop after it. Yoon gets pushed along the wall. 2-on-2 battle. Yoon gathers it, and he'll saucer it all the way down back towards Perry. Perry in the far corner just stays in front of his net as the Americans will skate around it. Mallory leads all defensemen in power play points. He crosses center ice. Left wing pass to Crone. Connects. Crone crosses the red line. He'll feed it across. Now Allen, who looks like they're a little out of sorts here, gets to Crone at the center ice red line. He'll move it to his right to Mallory, who skates down the middle. He bounced it off a Grizzly. Now Mallory will bounce to the near corner as Murray gets it back to Mallory. Mallory over to Crone in the high slot, and he gets to Pfizer on the right side. Pfizer skates towards a circle slowly. Now gets to the far goal line. Now back up top to Mallory, who fakes a shot, gets to Crone, back to Mallory. One-timer, and it bounced off an American and Pfizer. Grizzlies get it and clear it out. Coming out of the box is Brett Stapley. Chases after it. Stapley in the box. ECHL box score made a mistake in saying it was Semick. As Crone moves it across. Americans skate towards their left. McCauley with a shot that's blocked away. As the Grizzlies, Tyler Penner will move it ahead. Grizz cross center as Karan skates in as he gets tripped up along the near side as he goes down. No call. Hank Crone was in the area as Allen gets it back to center ice. Grizzlies regather as Wickers fires it off the end boards. It goes back to the Americans as Farmer moves it across. Big-time hit delivered by Karan on Farmer, but Karan was the one that went flying. Diagonal pass, cross ice, doesn't connect. It goes deep in the Grizzlies zone as Wesley will get it to Stapley along the near side. 6:16 and counting left in the first. Utah leads 2-0. Grizz with the left wing pass to Semick, who crosses center. He fires it in. Farmer gets it back towards Gavin Gould for Allen. Gould with good speed, not much size. Gets to center ice, and he'll fire it towards the right corner as the puck skips on two ops of the ice towards the wall. As Mikhail Robidoux loses it, Grizzlies will slide it across. Utah crosses center. Right wing pass ahead to Campagna, who gains the line. He skates towards his left. Campagna fires towards the net. It's blocked away by Orzek, who gathers it, and he crosses center ice. Left wing pass to Fournier as he tried to drop it off for Jacobs, but couldn't get the angle as Fournier fires it off the backboard. Now left corner, 2-on-2 battle. Orzek lost it. Grizzlies get it to Gallant, who crosses center ice. Gallant skates down the middle. Left wing pass connects. Grizzlies get it poked away, but it looks like Utah was called for offside as there's 5 minutes and 31 seconds left in the first. There's a timeout on the ice as Utah has a 2-0 lead. Brett Stapley scored 5:10 in with Zane Schartz and Dylan Fitz getting the assists. Fitz 3 minutes later made it 2-0 as he scored 8:04 in with Penner and Semick getting the assists. We're back in 45 seconds as Utah leads 2-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network. Grizz have a 2-0 lead. There's 5:31 left in the first period. Both teams are 0 for 1 on the power play. Allen has outshot Utah 8-7. It's kind of odd when you thought about Chase Perry last season. He had a lot of success against the Grizzlies, but he's allowed 2 goals, and really he's been shaky in the ones that he has stopped. Draws at neutral ice. Dante Januzzi's been solid in net here in the first period for the Grizz. Mick Messner will take the draw against Grant Hebert. As Messner crouches down, Hebert 6'4" and 200 pounds. As the linesman forgot to drop the puck. Michael Miggins and Zach Carson are the linesmen. As he drops the puck goes past Mayhew. He chases after it in the Grizzlies zone. Utah skating from left to right here in the first period. As Mayhew just to the left of Januzzi will now start the attack. As Mayhew still with the puck, slides it across to Wesley, right wing. Wesley crosses center ice and he fires it in. As the puck goes to Orzek, who moves along the far boards. Grizzlies let it go to the point. Lefty shot, and it goes wide. Perry might have gotten a piece of it. We didn't see where it ended up. Berg over to Cutler. He gets it back to Berg in the far corner as Berg skates around Allen's net towards the near side. Berg, right side, gets it across. Mayhew fires a shot that goes wide. I think it was actually Semick. As collision, as Berg over behind the net. Grizzlies get pushed towards the far side. Brandon Cutler loses his balance. He gets it back. Cutler gets up top. Pass connects as it was hot one. As Mayhew fires towards the net. Lefty shot saved by Perry. He holds on. Boy, what a catch by Mayhew as Cutler really fired it up top to the left point. And Mayhew was able to make the catch and fire a good-looking shot that Perry made the save on. 4:45 left in the first. It's the 4th game of the road trip, 4th of 9 straight on the road. Grizzlies will continue their series with Allen tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be a 3:10 face-off. Coverage will begin at 2:50 in the Mountain Time Zone. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Left point, lefty shot, and it's kicked away by Perry, and it goes out of play. I think that might have been Wickers taking the shot as he's usually paired up with Hume. The shot was taken from the left point. Fitz, Penner, and Raby out on the ice, along with Wickers and Hume. That's really been a strong forward line for the Grizzlies in this series. As Penner, 4 assists already in this set. As Allen wins the face-off, they ice the puck. Hank Crone skates after it along with Brian Hume. Hume with good speed gets the icing call as the arm was raised by the linesman with 4:35 left in the first. Kind of a design play by Allen. If they won the face-off, just fire it down the ice and hope that one of your fastest guys and Hank Crone can get down there in time to cut it to make sure the icing didn't get called. And then from there, you hope to get a scoring chance. Penner will take the draw near circle against Murray. against Blake Murray. Draw one towards the right point. Allen initially had it as Murray battles with Yoon. Puck at neutral ice. Yoon carries it back in, and he's on side as Raby will bouncing off an American skate. Utah feeds it towards the middle. Allen pokes it away as Utah was looking for Fitz out in front. Americans cross center ice. Williams dumps it in. Williams, who played his college hockey at Northeastern, he collides with Wickers. Wickers, who played at Mercyhurst, pushes Williams. 2-on-2 battle in the corner. Raby trying to hack it away. Now joining the plays, Kobe McCauley and Brian Yoon. Puck still in the corner as Yoon holds up McCauley. McCauley a strong player, but Yoon holds his ground. Puck goes along the near boards towards the point. Utah gathers the puck. Wickers carries it out of the zone. Now gets to his left. Raby enters, but the Grizzlies are offside as Utah just couldn't hold the blue line for long enough. As it looked like Fitz got in there before Raby, and Raby had the puck. 3:48 is left in the first. Draw's going to be at neutral ice as both teams get some fresh skaters out there. By the end of this weekend, the Grizzlies will be anything but fresh. We talked about Saturday's game, but they had to get on a bus and play Sunday afternoon in Wichita at Intrust Bank Arena. So even though Wichita is playing their third game in 3 days on Sunday, they've got Cincinnati tonight and tomorrow. Grizzlies will have 4 games in 5 days with travel in between that third and fourth game. The 5th game of the road trip. Utah is 1-3 on the trip as Utah wins the draw, 5th of 9 straight on the road. Next week, they'll be in Kansas City for 2 as Semick will throw it across the boards. It goes to Zane Schartz in his Grizzlies debut. Schartz is 6 feet and 190 pounds. He gets it to Semick near side. Semick will cross center ice, drops it off for Schartz. He feeds a right wing pass to Semick. Semick gains the line, throws it back up top. Semick, right side, fires a lefty shot that goes wide as the puck ricochets towards the far side. Brzezinski clears it out. As the pass connected, Allen skates in. Taryn Pfizer skates towards the right side. Righty shot goes wide as a puck along the near boards. As Colin Jacobs battles with Burke. As Burke gets hit in the back by Pfizer, Semick gets the puck. About 3 minutes left in the first. Utah leads 2-0. Semick behind his net will fake to his right. He stations himself behind Januzzi in the green pads. As now Semick will start the attack with good speed. Semick feeds a left wing pass to Penner. Penner gets cut off as the Grizzlies will back it deep in their own zone again. Semick backhands it to Wesley, who moves it to center ice as the Americans gather it. Jarvis gets blasted, but he lifts the puck as it skips towards the right circle. Grizzlies gather it in their own end. Utah gets it to Cron at his blue line. He feeds it off an American and goes back towards Cron. We get a whistle. Cron stops skating. He lost his helmet, so he'll have to skate off the ice. As a puck towards the slot, taken by Josh Wesley. He'll chip it off the near wing boards. Big-time collision in the near corner. Wesley gets back to his feet. As the puck goes towards Grant Aberry, couldn't handle it as Penner lifted his stick. Gavin Gould, left side shot, is blocked by Penner. Penner's played a good series here. As the puck bounces to the slot, Allen. Gavin Gould skates towards the left circle. His shot is blocked. Grizzlies doing a great job defensively here in the first period. Mayhew crosses center ice. Right wing pass to Penner. He enters. Gets to Mayhew. Gets pushed down by Jarvis. Now the puck towards the end boards. It's taken by Cutler. He battles with Abear. Cutler gets it back in the left point. As Cutler now in the circle. Lefty shot. Saved by Perry, who holds on to the body stop with 1:48 left in the first. The Grizzlies doing a good job defensively. It almost looked like Wednesday, Allen was able to connect on a lot of those long-range passes. Looks like Grizzlies are doing a much better job here this evening in contesting those and making sure that Allen doesn't connect on those passes. The defenseman probably playing back a little bit more to make sure that the Allen stretch passing game can't get going like it did on Wednesday. Draw's going to be in the far circle. Messner will take it against Murray. Utah wins it as Adam Berg skates around Williams. Berg now around the net. Wraparound shot. Saved by Perry. Berg gets it back. He's on the right side as he chips it towards the near goal line. As Messner gets pushed along the boards, he keeps his feet as he gets around Murray. Now gets it back towards Cutler. Ricochets it towards Messner. Puck over his stick. As Mallory battles, 2 Grizzlies go down on the far side as the Americans will skip it out to center ice. Allen skates in. Right wing pass connects to the point. They get it back towards Mallory down the middle. He fires a backhand pass towards the corner as it looked like Mallory is at the end of his shift. Grizzlies back at neutral ice will cross center. 1-on-3. Grizzlies gained the line. Cutler, left wing, lefty shot, goes wide. And now Adam Berg gathers it. 1 minute left in the first period as Berg in the far corner being pushed by Colin Jacobs. As the puck goes back towards Cutler, he fires a sharp-angled shot saved by Perry. Rebound goes to Jacobs. As Colin Jacobs skates down the middle, now he moves it out to center ice as the Americans Hank Chrome from neutral ice chips to the near corner, goes to Mayhew, who skates around Utah's net with speed. Mayhew gets it up ice. Grizzlies fly into the attack zone. Raby skates towards the far corner. He collides with Ryan Gagnon as Raby gets pushed by Gagnon. As Fitz gets it back to Raby. As Penner in front of the net. Raby over to Penner. Back to Fitz, who gets it back to the corner. Raby gets tripped up. The referee spotted it. Delayed penalty. Now Allen touches up as Raby got tripped in the corner. He did a pretty good job moving from side to side. Now Colin Jacobs wants to take it up with Dylan Fitz. And Easton Brzezinski, as a Grizzly player, in a headlock as he was giving Tyler Penner a little bit of business. It's going to be a penalty on the Americans. Tripping's a cause. Raby just did a good job skating from side to side, just changing directions. And eventually he got tripped up, and the referee is spotted it. One of the two referees tonight, Tatu Kunto and Will Kelly, is going to the box as Ryan Gagnon. And that's where the speed and quickness and really change of direction ability that Dakota Raby has, where it came in handy. As here late in the first period, it looks like it was a big congregation at the Allen blue line as Colin Jacobs really wanted to take after it with Dylan Fitz. It looks like Allen, after a frustrating first period, looks like they want to get some physical stuff going. As Allen, year in and year out, is towards the league lead in most penalty minutes. Now, it looks like here with the Grizzlies really dominating this first period, Allen might physically want to try to find a way to change momentum. As they're still having a bit of a conversation, one of the referees talking with members of both teams at center ice as everybody ceased and desisted from the congregation at the Allen blue line. Power play for the Grizzlies with 22.5 seconds left in the first. Stapley's out there. He's got 9 power play points this season. He picked up his 7th goal of the year just over 5 minutes in, as he is the Optum first goal of the game scorer. Gallant and Burke out there as well, as a draw won by the Americans. Chris Milleri will lift it off the near glass, and it sails all the way towards Januzzi, who outlets it to Mayhew. 14 seconds left in the period. Mayhew will slide it to the far side to no one in particular, as Milleri gets it across to Williams. Both guys former Grizzlies. Williams moves it in. Gould chases after it, as Januzzi brushes it towards the near corner, and time runs out here in the first period. Utah will be on the power play for the first minute and 38 seconds of the first. If you're a Grizzlies fan, you have to love the way this first 20 minutes played out, as Brett Stapley gave Utah 1-0 lead, 5:10 in, and about 3 minutes later, Dylan Fitz made it 2-0. Dante Januzzi was outstanding in net, and the Americans couldn't get their stretch passing game working in the first 20 minutes. And if you're Ryan Kanaswich and Christian Horn, you have to be walking towards the locker room pretty pleased with how the first third of this game is gone. After one period, it's the Grizzlies 2 and the Americans nothing. We'll come back and statistically recap the first 20 minutes of play. We'll also go over the Mountain Division standings, and we'll give you some scores from around the league. Grizzlies 2, Americans nothing. Utah is 7-2 this season. They're actually 9-2 when leading after one period. We'll come back and recap the first. When we come back, as once again the score is the Grizzlies 2 and the Americans nothing. This is Utah Grizzlies hockey, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm. And our lights on. It's the power behind the team. And a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smiths, fresh forever.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
It's the Grizzlies 2 and the Americans nothing after 20 minutes of play. I'm Tyson Whiting. The Grizz got on the board first. They are 9-3 when scoring first. It's only the fourth time this season the Grizzlies have scored first on the road. Brett Stapley was the Optum first goal of the game scorer. 5:10 into the game. He just skated down the middle and then fired a backhand shot that went over Chase Perry. Stapley got the goal, and the assist went to Zane Sharts. Sharts making his Grizzlies debut. He was just signed earlier today. This is the seventh different team that he's played on in this league. He also has some SBHL experience with Knoxville. He played in a handful of games last year in Finland. And so Sharts, wearing number 26, he actually is a +2 after the first period, as he was on the ice for both of Utah's first period goals. Dylan Fitz also got an assist, which is his fourth of the year, on time of goal, 5:10 into the contest. Utah made it 2-0 as Tyler Penner and Jacob Semick got the assist. Semick was on the right side, fired it towards the net, and I don't know if it bounced off of Perry first. The puck kind of pinballed around a little bit. Fitz was able to get in front of the net and put it away past Chase Perry. It's Fitz's sixth of the year, and he now has 3 goals in his last 5 games, of this being the 5th game. For Tyler Penner, a guy who had 3 assists on Wednesday night, picks up his 4th assist of the series, and it's his 5th of the season. So what a series for Tyler Penner, who had 1 assist coming into this series, and now he has 5 on the year. That is his 37th assist in his Grizzlies career. And with Jacob Semick, he also picked up an assist, which is his 4th of the campaign. And that was really the big thing of this first period throughout. The first 20 minutes of the period, the Grizzlies put together an outstanding defensive effort. Allen is one of those teams. They're a great passing club, and they really like to throw a lot of those stretch passes, a lot of those rink-wide feeds. And really for the Grizzlies, it looked like they did a good job in this first period of cutting down and really taking away what Allen wants to do offensively. Didn't seem like the Americans want to get their body and just carry it out to center ice themselves. It seemed like there's a lot more puck movement than there is player movement with the Americans in terms of how they work the puck around. The Grizzlies did an outstanding job of it in the first period. Utah ended up outshooting Allen 13-8 in the period. The Grizzlies are going to be on the man advantage the first minute and 38 seconds of the second period. The penalties in the first period, Chris Mallory got a hooking minor, 9:51 in. Brett Stapley, it's listed as a holding the stick minor, 10:57 in, even though it looked like the signal might have been for interference that the referee gave. Neither team scored a power play goal in that exchange. They skated 4-on-4 for a little bit before Allen had a power play. And then Ryan Gagnon late in the first period, they listed as a roughing minor. It looked more like a trip than anything else, as Dakota Rabian is quick and shifty change of directions, which he was in the corner just kind of dancing from one side to the other, and eventually Gagnon tripped him up, and the penalty was called 19:37 into the first period. In terms of shots in the first frame, Brandon Cutler led the way with 3, and that's really no surprise as Cutler comes into play tonight, leading the Grizzlies with 112 shots. Josh Wesley and Adam Berg each had 2 shots, and then 1 shot each for Stapley, Stapley and Fitz each had 1 shot. Both guys scored on their 1 look. Messner, Wickers, Penner, and Mayhew also had 1 shot for the Grizzlies. For the Allen Americans, 8 shots in the first period. Chris Mallory and Colby McCauley each had 2 shots, and then 1 shot each for Gagnon, Jarvis, Orzek, and Hank Crone. So a lot of their shots, looks like 5 of the 8 shots taken by the Americans in the first period were by defensemen. As Januzzi didn't have to see a whole lot of high percentage type of shots, but he played an outstanding first period, stopping all 8 he saw in the first. So Utah leads 2-0. They are 7-2 this year when leading after 1 period. So, and we'll see what the next 20 minutes have in store for the Grizzlies. They have to really like the way they played the first 20 minutes scoring those 2 goals about 3 minutes apart, and defensively really doing a great job of limiting what Allen wants to do offensively. The Americans, on average, are outshot by about 13 per game. Both teams had 41 shots on Wednesday night. Allen won 5-4. But it was nice to see the Grizzlies outshooting the opponents in the first period. Utah this season has had 8 games where they've outshot the opposition. There have been 23 games where the Grizzlies have been outshot. And there was 1 game which came pretty recently where the Grizzlies were even on the shot count. That game being obviously on Wednesday night. When we come back, we'll go over some scores from around the league as well as some league standings in the Mountain Division. We'll also see what the NHL scoreboard looks like. As we're through 20 minutes over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center, the Grizzlies lead the Americans 2-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. First intermission, Utah leads 2-0. Now, you look at the stats between each period, try to figure out what happened. I would kind of take the first period with a grain of salt. You see, Dylan Fitz didn't even get a plus in the goal that he got an assist on, which was 5:10 into the first period. You know, the 3 forwards on the ice were Stapley, Burke, and Gallant. So, to say that Dylan Fitz got an assist on that Brett Stapley goal probably wouldn't be right. The only guy that is listed as having a +2 in the first period is the newest Grizzly, Zane Schartz, who got an assist on the Stapley goal 5:10 in, and he was on the ice with Jacob Semick when the Grizzlies made it a 2-0 game when Fitz scored 8:04 in. Some other action from around the league. It looks like a very busy Friday night. Let's go over some games in the Mountain Division first. It looks like Fort Wayne and Rapid City are getting underway in about 10 minutes from the Monument. Rapid City is in a tie with, I think it's actually a 3-way tie for third place in the Mountain Division as Allen, Rapid City, and Tulsa reach at the 500 mark this season. Allen is 17-17-1. Rapid City is 16-16-2. And Tulsa is 15-15-3 this season as they are in a 3-way tie for third place in the division. Fort Wayne at Rapid City, that game getting underway in about 7 minutes from now. Grizzlies on Sunday afternoon will be in Wichita, but the Thunder have business to take care of before then as they take on the Cincinnati Cyclones both tonight and tomorrow. That game is after 1 period and no score between the Cyclones and Thunder. Wichita is 10-19-4 this year. They are in last place in the Mountain Division with a .364 winning percentage. So no score between the Cyclones and Thunder. Wichita has outshot Cincinnati 16-9 through 1 period. Other action in the league. Iowa leads Tulsa 2-1. That game 3 minutes into the second period. Late second period, Florida leads Savannah 3-2. Also after 2 periods, Indy leads Wheeling 3-1. Wheeling will be at Maverick Center for a 3-game set in February. Early third period, Worcester leads Norfolk 3-2. Norfolk's going to be in town for a 3-game set in March. 15 minutes left in the third. Orlando and Greenville are tied at 1. It's been a great year for both teams. Orlando is 20-10-1-1, while Greenville is 24-10-1. Second intermission, Trois-Rivières and Atlanta are tied at 3. And Corey Thomas is playing for Trois Rivières. He's a -1 and has 3 shots. Matthew Boucher has 1 assist for the Lions. Bryson Martin, former Grizzly, is a -2 and has 3 shots. Former Grizzly forward Jared Power was on the transaction list as Trois Rivières released him earlier today. So Jared Power no longer a member of the Trois Rivières Lions. 3 other games in the league. After 2 periods, Jacksonville leads South Carolina 2-1. Early third period, Kalamazoo leads Toledo 3-1. That'd be a bit of an upset as Toledo has a record of 23-4-2-3. And 13 minutes left in the third period, Reading leads Maine 1-0. Let's see if we can check some NHL scores on this Friday night. I know that Saturday nights are usually a busy night in the league. So it looks like everybody's having a good time over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center as they show some highlights of the first period. There's 2 games in the NHL tonight. There'll be a much busier slate on Saturday. Both games are in the first intermission, and both are scoreless. Nashville is at Dallas. In fact, that game being played just about a half-hour drive from where the Grizzlies are, as Allen, Texas, not that far away from Dallas. And also after 1 period, no score between the Flyers and the Minnesota Wild. In women's college basketball, at halftime, Stanford leads Utah 40-33. Utah is 11-4 this year. Stanford is 14-1. Utah Jazz are hosting the Toronto Raptors tonight, and that game will get underway at 7:30. Jazz are 19-20 this year. The Raptors are 15-23. When we come back, we'll have second period action over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. Remember, Utah is going to be on the power play for the first minute and 38 seconds of the period. We'll come back and have second period action as Utah leads 2-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm. And our lights on. It's the power behind the team. And a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smiths app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smiths, fresh forever.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. It's game 5 of 9 straight on the road. The Grizzlies won the road trip opener, a 4-3 final last Friday against the Newfoundland Growlers. Then Utah lost 2 straight against the Growlers, 3-1 this past Saturday and 6-2 in the rubber match on Sunday, January 7th. The series opener against Allen, which was a 3-game set, Allen won 5-4 on Wednesday, but it's the Grizzlies that have a 2-0 edge here through 1 period tonight. Remember, both teams will face each other tomorrow afternoon at about 3:10 in the Mountain Time Zone. Coverage will begin at 2:50, and then the Grizzlies will get on a bus and travel to Wichita for Sunday afternoon action. Face-off will be at 3:05 in the Mountain Time Zone. Then the road trip continues. Grizzlies will have a 2-game set next Friday and Saturday against the Kansas City Mavericks. I'm really looking forward to an action-packed homestand for the Grizzlies here in a couple weeks as they take on the Rapid City Rush. Remember, the next Grizzlies home game is going to be on Wednesday, January 24th. It's going to be a Smith family night where it's 4 tickets for $40 and then $10 for each additional ticket. That's right, 5 tickets for $50, 6 for $60, and so on and so forth. I don't even think you can get a good meal anymore, a good dinner for $10. And yet you can come to the Grizzlies game, 4 tickets for $40, and then, just $10 for each additional ticket. That's an outstanding deal. That's going to be on Wednesday, January 24th. Then the series continues with an AFCU Friday on Friday, January 26th, where tickets start at $10 and you pay using your AFCU debit or credit card at the Maverick Center box office. And Saturday, January 27th, is going to be the Guns N' Hoses Extravaganza. There's going to be 3 charity games. They're going to start at 12:30, 2 or 3 charity games. And then the Grizzlies will take on the Rush at 7:10. That's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be the Grizzlies' first look at the Rapid City Rush this season. Get your tickets for every Grizzlies home game at UtahGrizzlies.com or call 801-988-8000. That's 801-988-8000. Well, let's see if the Grizzlies can capitalize here on the power play to start the second period. Brett Stapley, the Optum first goal of the game scorer, has been critical to the Grizzlies' power play success this year. Also, watch out for Josh Wesley. He scored a few power play goals here as of late. And also watch out for Kyle Mayhew, who's got 7 goals, which are tied for second among all-league defensemen. The 7 goals are actually the most among all-league rookie defensemen. He'll be representing the Grizzlies in the All-Star game on Monday, January 15th. So for the Grizzlies, they'll have 4 games in 5 days, but for Kyle Mayhew, he'll have 5 games in 6 days with the All-Star game on Monday. 20 minutes are put on the clock as we're watching on Flow Sports, and I beg for a little bit of patience as we just have to go off of the things that we can see. Sometimes we're missing some of the key details. Stapley will take the drives out there with Burke and Gallant. Defensive pairing is Mayhew and Wesley, we believe. As Allen wins the draw, they lift it in. Grizz skate from right to left here in the second period. Mayhew chases after it as he moves ahead to Stapley. Stapley, the Denver product, second-year pro, crosses center ice. He gains the line, skates towards the corner. Allen pokes it away as the Americans will lift it and skip it towards Januzzi. Januzzi cuts it off at the far goal line, and still dropping off as the Grizzlies will restart the attack. As Mayhew, 30 seconds into the period, will glide towards neutral ice. Mayhew crosses center. Now he skates in. Right wing pass connects. They get it back to Mayhew. Mayhew centers to Wesley. He'll take a shot. He scores! Mayhew to Wesley to the back of the net as Utah scores on the power play. And they have taken a 3-0 lead. Well, great job by Mayhew. He just crossed center ice. Looked like he wanted to throw it back. But the Americans were behind him, so he just had to keep going. Skated towards the right side, then just fed it across to a wide-open Josh Wesley, who put it away. For Wesley, it's his 7th goal of the season, and it's his 3rd power play goal in his last 6 games. So the Grizzlies take a 3-0 lead as they capitalize on the power play early in the second period, as we're now skating 5-on-5. And this is about the best the Grizzlies have looked this season, both home and road. Grizzlies win the draw as Brian Yu gathers it. He gets it to Quinn Wickers in the near side as Wickers moves it across. Grizzlies right wing cross center ice. Penner flies it in as the puck ricochets towards the near corner. It's taken by Ryan Gagnon over to Terrence Pfizer, the former Grizzly. Pfizer moves to center ice as Grant Hebert skates in. He skates towards the left circle now around the net as Hebert now on the near side gets double teamed. He moves it up top. Americans fire a righty shot that's wide. Brzezinski over to Pfizer, right side. Righty shot is blocked away by Januzzi as a 1-on-2 battle in the corner. Now 2-on-2. Pfizer over there. Puck skips towards Utah as Fitz gets back checked. As the Grizzlies, Quinn Wickers gets it poked away by Hebert. Puck goes towards Pfizer. It glances off of his stick. Pfizer gathers it back in the left side. He loses it as Yoon will move it out to center ice. Americans get it back as they get to Pfizer, who backpedals into his own zone. As a minute and a half into the second period, Utah leads 3-0 on goals from Brett Stapley, Dylan Fitz, and Josh Wesley. Allen skates back in right side as Murray around the net. Murray's a great skater as he gets pushed by Wickers. As Murray throws it up top, now it goes to Williams in the high slot. He throws to the near side for Orzek, who feeds it out in front. As Januzzi gets knocked in, his net gets dislodged. As Orzek pushed Quinn Wickers. Now they have a conversation as Januzzi gets back to his feet. The whistle blows with 18:06 left in the second as they'll put the net back in place. as Dante Januzzi will skeet back towards his left and stretch things out. Januzzi is backed up tonight by Will Cranley. And if he joined us late, both of the goaltenders that played on Wednesday were called up to the AHL. Allen's Levi Marilinen was called up to the Belleville Senators, and he's an outstanding prospect. He's already played in 2 NHL games in his young career. Trent Miner, the third-year pro, the Grizzlies' all-time shutout king, was recalled to the AHL's Colorado Eagles. Miner saved 36 of 41 in the 5-4 loss to Allen. McCauley will take the draw. He's got 8 points against the Grizzlies this year. Utah wins the faceoff as Berg crosses center ice as he gets checked by Murray as Berg flies it in. As Perry throws to the far side, Allen gets to the high slot. Berg picks it off. He'll take a lefty shot. That's blocked away by Perry. Now he gets to center ice. Grizzlies take it away. And Allen puck gets poked by Messner. And he glides towards Allen as the Grizzlies at the end of their shift come off. As the Americans moving out to center ice, now back into their own zone. Allen with a stretch pass that doesn't connect. The puck ricochets off the boards. Januzzi feeds it to the far side. Grizzlies lift it out to center. Mallory gets to the near side for McCauley. McCauley throws it diagonally to nobody as Murray chases after it. As Wesley throws it towards Mayhew, Murray cuts it off. Murray, former Hurricanes draft pick, gets it up top to Hebert, now to Williams. Right side, righty shot, saved by Januzzi. Good passing by the Americans, but Januzzi makes the save as Penner dropped Williams. Williams pushes Penner. Cutler gains the line. He stops in the left point, waits for everybody else to enter. As he gets to Mayhew, spins it from one corner to the other. It's now on the far side. As now Mayhew's on the right side. He skates towards a circle. Mayhew skates towards his left, gets it to Cron. Righty shot goes wide as it ricochets off the boards. Boy, if Cron would have had the accuracy, it could have been a 4-0 game. As Williams taps it out to center ice for Crone. Crone gains the line, but Campagna took it away. Now Allen skates in as they feed it towards Crone in the right corner. Crone shuffles over there. As Campagna gets it back in the corner, as he gets held up by Crone. Taking the puck is Zane Sharts in his Grizzlies debut, number 26. He battles behind Utah's net. Sharts pushes down Crone. As the Americans get it up top. Left point. They kick it across to Orzek. Orzek skates back towards his left. He now skates down the middle. Take a righty shot. Now gets redirected and goes wide. Grizzlies skate towards the near side and gallop after it. As Cron moves it ahead to center ice. Now Cron gets it back. He slides it towards Campagna, who couldn't reach it. Americans back in their own zone. Left wing pass connects. Robideau skates down the left wing. He'll take a left righty shot. Saved by Januzzi. He holds on as Dante makes a stop about 4 minutes into the second period. Well, good playing by the Grizzlies, although Allen, who was one of the better passing teams in the league, looked like they were able to pass their way into a couple good scoring chances as they're trying to get on the board, but Dante Januzzi's been solid so far. So draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Brett Stapley shuffles over there. He's out there with Cole Gallant and Nathan Burke. Wesley's power play goal was assisted by Mayhew and Cole Gallant 39 seconds into the second. As the Americans skate around the net, as they're now to the right side, Gould feeds it towards the middle. Robideau wasn't looking. Now Jacobs gets the Robideau as he gets checked by Yoon. Good job by Brian Yoon and Quinn Wickers protecting their net. As the Grizzlies will slide it all the way towards Perry. Icing is going to be called, but 15:43 left in the second. So for Wesley, it's his third power play goal over the last 7 games. For Kyle Mayhew, he now has a point in 7 of his last 8 games with the assist to Wesley, and it was the main assist. Cole Gallant also got a helper. He had 2 assists this past Sunday against Newfoundland, as Gallant now has 17 assists this season. Grizzlies win the draw. They throw it to the near side. As Gagnon cuts it off, he passes towards the middle. Stapley gets it. Stapley skates down the right wing. He gains the line. Stapley stops along the far boards. He gets it to the corner. Grizzlies tried to find Burke heading out in front. It's picked off by Gagnon. As Gagnon gets to neutral ice, he crosses center and fires it in. Januzzi behind the net cuts it off with great quickness. Januzzi over to the far side for Hume, who has to chase after it. Fitz gathers it. Fitz across to Wickers. Wickers now behind Januzzi's net as the Grizzlies spread the ice about 5 minutes into the second period. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Americans nothing. As Wickers, left wing pass connects towards Penner. Penner gets to the blue line, throws a blue line pass for Raby that goes wide. Raby chases after it as a Grizzly player knocked down Gagnon, but Gagnon was able to feed it across the far corner. Americans carry it out to center ice. They tap it off the far boards looking for Brzezinski. Grizzlies slide it back to center ice. Gagnon gathers it and throws it back in as Januzzi will toss it to Mayhew. Diagonal pass, bounces off an Allen stick, and it goes to center ice. The Grizzlies' Dakota Raby tried to dump it in, but not all the way. As Taryn Pfizer with good speed crosses center ice. Pfizer down the middle, righty shot. Saved by Januzzi, far goal line. Allen trying to kick it across Januzzi, and it goes back to the point. As Eric Williams, right side, righty shot. Glove saved by Januzzi. And Dante holds on with 14-15 left in the second. Well, good job by Taryn Pfizer just skating down the middle as Januzzi works on his helmet as he shows the referee that he's got some repairs that need to be done. As Januzzi will shake his head back and the long hair flowing as Januzzi will put the helmet back on. I never really got that feeling. I never really wanted my hair to get as long as Dante Januzzi's is. You know, some people look good with long hair. Some people don't. Then again, I don't look good with any sort of hairstyle, except for my brother's a barber and did an outstanding job a few weeks ago with my hair. As the Grizzlies win the draw, they skate from right to left. Berg gains the line left side, stops in the circle, gets to Cutler. Cutler's shot is blocked by the skate of Chris Mallory. As Mayhew on the right side gets pushed by Jarvis, as Cutler overskates it, as Mallory gets poked away, gets it poked by Messner. Allen with the puck as they get to center ice. Crone with good speed. 2-on-2. He enters the zone. Veers off to the left. He throws it across to Murray. Bounced off his skate. Now to the right side. Mallory over to Crone. Left side. Lefty shot goes wide. As Januzzi might have gotten a piece of it. Right point. As McCauley over to Williams. Back to Crone. He's behind the net. Crone will feed it to the far side as Allen will bounce it back to Crone in the near corner. As Crone over towards Williams. High slot. Righty shot is wide as the Grizzlies will move it out towards Berg. Now to center ice. Berg chases after it. Cutler left circle. He'll skate to the near goal line as Cutler dances around the left circle. He waits for everybody else to enter the zone as he gets to Messner. Across to Berg. Shot save. Rebound shot goes wide. Berg back to Cutler in the near circle as he moves it up top as Grizzlies right wing. Lefty shot is blocked away by Perry. And it goes back to Cron. Cody Cron, right side, lefty shot. Goes wide. I think that was Schartz that took the shot from the right side. Schartz, a lefty shot. As puck behind Allen's net. Schartz wearing number 26. He's done a good job so far. Over in the far corner. 2-on-2 battle. They get it back up top for Schartz. He fires lefty shot, and it's blocked away. Grizzlies left circle. Raby kicks it out in front. It bounced off a Gagnon skate. As the Grizzlies keep it in the zone. Raby, left point, moves to the circle for Cron, back to Raby, who gets back checked. Raby couldn't get a shot off. Now Semick left side. It gets redirected off of Mallory and goes wide on a shot towards the net as Murray collides with a Grizzly. It looked like Utah get hit up high with Schartz as he gets back to his feet. Right side, Campagna. As he dances around, he skates towards the circle. Allen pokes it away. Americans will skip it into the Grizzly zone as Quinn Wickers chases after it. He gathers the puck as he gets pushed by Hank Crone. Now deeper in the zone, Cody Cron gathers it. As unfortunately, there's some technical difficulties taking the audio away from Flow Sports. Allen centering pass, shot saved by Januzzi. Great job by Dante. As Grizzlies get to center ice, Cron will bounce off an American. As the Americans back in their own end, as Cron gets hit up high, play is stopped. And there might be a penalty on the play. There's 11:50 left in the second period. And we'll be back in 1 minute as Utah leads Allen 3-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers.
11 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second period as the Grizzlies lead the Americans by a 3-0 score. As Utah scored twice in the first period, Brett Stapley and Dylan Fitz finding the back of the net. And then on the power play in the first minute of the third period, Kyle Mayhew and Cole Gallant get the assists on Josh Wesley's 7th goal of the year. Utah is 1 for 2 on the power play. Allen is 0 for 1. As we're back to live action, 11:44 left in the second. Diagonal pass. Burke gets tripped up, and play is stopped as Burke collided with Nolan Orzek. As the whistle blows with 11:42 left in the second. As the Grizzlies got a diagonal pass, it looked like the puck ended up out of play. So the draw is going to be back at center ice. Stapley will take the draws out there with Burke and Gallant. Yoon and Wickers have played a good game. They're going to be the two defensemen on the ice as Allen wins the draw as they skate from left to right. The Grizzlies skate from right to left. The Americans, a little bit less than halfway into the game, still looking for their first goal. They've been a high-powered offensive team as the puck back at neutral ice. Grizzlies will backhand it off an American, and the puck flies out of play into the penalty box area just to the right of center ice. As a fan in row one comes away with a souvenir. As we'll get another puck, and we'll have a neutral zone draw with 11:29 left in the second. Stapley will take the draw again. With the goal he scored in the first period, he now has a point in 8 straight games. Grizzlies win the draw. They're back in their own end as Wickers along the near side. Diagonal pass to the blue line. It's taken by Gallant. Januzzi's off the ice. Delayed penalty, and it looks like it's going to be on Allen. As Yoon back in his own end over to Stapley. As Grizzlies patient here with their approach as Stapley will saucer it across to Wickers, who gets it towards Yoon. Allen pokes it at center ice. They touch it up. As looks like the Grizzlies are going to be back on the power play for the third time tonight. As we're not sure what happened. It might have been away from the play. As looks like roughing might be the call. And Mikael Robidoux will go to the box. He's certainly familiar with that spot as he's picking up penalty minutes. 59 and 60 on the season. This is only his 12th game. As Robidoux averaging about 5 penalty minutes. We'll take a seat for 2 minutes. 11:05 is left in the second period as the Grizzlies have a 3-0 lead. Stapley will take the draw. He's got 9 power play points this year. He's out there with Gallant and Burke. Top end appears to be Mayhew and Wesley. As draw won by the Americans, Chris Mallory will clear it out as it goes between Mayhew and Wesley. Januzzi just to the near side of his net. Will get it towards Mayhew, who gets the hot pass. Mayhew around his net. He's got 1 assist tonight, and he came on the power play. As Mayhew gets the neutral ice, backhand pass towards his right connects. Now it goes to Wesley on the left side from Gallant. As Wesley around the wall, as goes to Stapley. Back towards Mayhew. He's in the high slot. As Mayhew gets to Stapley will feed a right wing pass that goes towards Gallant. Back to Stapley over to Burke. Now to the right side for Mayhew. Mayhew skates towards his left. He'll chip it to the left side for Wesley. Wesley gets the puck. Left circle. Righty shot. Saved by Perry. Puck to the right side. Burke with a shot that's blocked away by Jarvis. As Mallory tried to throw it across. Taken away by Wesley. As the Grizzlies slide it up top to Stapley. He directs it to Mayhew on the left side. Mayhew fires towards the net. It gets redirected and goes wide. Burke gets the rebound on the far goal line. He gets it back up top for Stapley, who slides it to Mayhew. Now back to Stapley. Over to Mayhew as the two Denver products play catch. Stapley back to Mayhew. Stapley is Mayhew over to the left circle for Wesley. He'll take a righty shot. Saved by Perry. Rebound goes back to Wesley. He directs it up top for Mayhew. He glides it to Stapley on the right side. Stapley back to Mayhew. He's in the high slot over to Wesley. Wesley gathers it. 33 seconds left in the power play. Over to Mayhew. Left side. Mayhew over to Wesley. Wesley centers it out in front. It goes to Burke right side. Lefty shot goes wide as the puck ricochets off the glass and goes to Wesley. He gets to Mayhew. Now to Stapley, who's in the high slot. Stapley over to Wesley. 15 seconds left in the power play. Wesley across off a stick towards Burke. Burke gets it in the far corner and gets it up top for Mayhew. Now Stapley left side one-timer is blocked away by Perry. As the Americans gather it, and they'll cross center ice. They'll carry it over 2-on-3. They move it ahead. Now Hebert gets it right side. Lefty shot goes wide. Grizzlies get it as Robidoux's out of the box. We're skating 5-on-5. Less than 9 minutes left in the second period. As the Grizzlies back at center ice will fly it in. As Stapley will throw it to the left corner. Allen gets it on one hop of the ice. Cutler chases after. He gets double teamed as Cutler kicks to the far side. Berg chases after it. As Berg gets pushed in the back, it goes to center ice. Berg gets it back at his blue line, skating from right to left. Berg will toss off the near wing boards. Messner gains the line, throws to Cutler, who throws it to the near corner. Cutler gets it back and centers it. Passes wide as Allen will move it out to center ice. Grizzlies get it back. Big time collision. Kobe McCauley hit Brandon Cutler at center ice along the near wing boards. Grizzlies throw it back to center ice. Allen gathers it back. 8:15 and counting left in the second. Murray gets cut off, and Murray throws it back into his own end for Gagnon as the Grizzlies make a change. As Gagnon gets it to Farmer. Diagonal pass to center ice connects. As the Americans skate towards the right side. Murray in the corner will roll it back to the far side as Fitz gathers it. Fitz will tap it off in Allen's stick as the Americans have it back in their own end. Raby took it away. Raby centers it to Fitz, and Jarvis got a stick in the way as Fitz has to gallop after it. Right wing righty shot, saved by Perry as he holds on as Penner was net front trying to redirect it. Raby was in the area as well. 7:47 is left in the second period. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Americans nothing. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Americans nothing. 7:47 is left in the second period. It's the 6th of 7 meetings this season between the clubs. Utah's 2-3 against Allen this year. Grizzlies have first period goals from Brett Stapley and Dylan Fitz, and a second period power play goal by Josh Wesley. They show a big hit at center ice as Colby McCauley bounced Brandon Cutler off the near boards, and it looked like McCauley was looking at his skate as if something was wrong with it. Making his Grizzlies debut and out there defensively is Zane Schartz. He's out there with Jacob Semick. The forwards are Dylan Fitz, Tyler Penner, and Dakota Raby. As looked like the referee was talking with the scores table, and now it looks like both teams are headed towards the neutral ice area. So it looks like the referee's talking with Chad Costello, the Allen head coach. Costello, a future Hall of Famer in this league. As now that everybody's going out towards center ice, Hebert over with Brodzinski as everybody's now towards their bench area. And I'm sure one of the referees is going to talk with Ryan Kanasowicz as well. As there's 7 minutes and 47 seconds left in the second frame. Colin Lee, the Grizzlies trainer, running back on the ice. It's never a good thing because that usually means that something was wrong with the player. Lee back on the Grizzlies bench. As Brandon Cutler will take a seat. Not sure why there's a little bit of a delay coming out of this timeout. As we're at the mercy of the video feed we see on Flow Sports. Sometimes we just miss some of those details. Draw's going to be in the far circle. It's going to be an offensive zone 1 for Utah as Tyler Penner will take the draw with Raby and Fitz out there. Draw won by the Americans as Hebert kicks it to the corner. Penner gets up top, but Gould takes it away. Gould diagonal pass to the near side. Brodzinski gathers it after bobbling it for a second. Brodzinski throws it in. Semick behind his net gets to Fitz, who skates along the near side as Fitz will chip it out to center ice. Raby gathers it. The Michigan man crosses center ice. He also played at Stony Brook as Raby throws to the near side. Penner collides with an American as Allen goes flying. 2-on-2 battle as Brodzinski gets to Hebert, who throws it across. The Americans cross center ice with speed. 2-on-3. Orzek skates towards the right circle. He'll fire a sharp angled shot and hits the side of the net. Orzek gets it back. He feeds it up top. The Americans guided over to Hebert, who skates towards his left. He's near the blue line. He lays it out for Brodzinski. Right side, righty shot. Saved by Januzzi. Dante holds on with 6:56 left in the second. That's one of those shots about shoulder high that sometimes it's easy to allow a rebound in a second look. Januzzi did a great job of absorbing it around his shoulder, his left shoulder, and making sure he was able to not let Allen get a second look. So there's 6:56 left in the second period. Murray takes the draw against Brett Stapley. Stapley, a former draft pick. Stapley crouches down low, and he takes the draw. Stapley was picked in the 7th round by the Montreal Canadiens back in 2018. Grizzlies have it in their offensive end. Cole Gallant skates towards his right, drops off for Wesley, left circle. Wesley tried to find Stapley out in front. The pass went wide as Allen tried to move it ahead, but fanned on it. Burke crosses center ice right wing, and he lifts it into the right corner as Mallory chases after it. Mallory, fourth-year pro out of Penn State, as Williams moves it ahead. Pfizer over towards Williams, or make that Murray, passes wide of the mark as Burke around his net will tap it off the end boards as Wesley gets pushed by Murray. Puck slides towards the far wing as Burke gets it. Grizzlies skate from right to left as Mayhew crosses center ice. Right wing pass couldn't be reached as Mayhew chases after it. Allen with the puck as Mayhew pokes it away. Mayhew gathers it. He's got 7 goals this season. Right circle, take a lefty shot. Saved by Perry as it ricochets towards the near wing wall. As Murray gets it to Pfizer, who backhands it to center ice. Crone gathers it. He'll skate back into his own end. Now he chips it across to Eric Williams. Less than 6 minutes left in the second period. It's 3-0 Grizzlies. As Allen gets to center ice and dump it in. Delayed offside. Cutler gets it. He flies across center ice. Cutler with great speed. He gets to the zone. Now he veers off to the right corner. He stops. Now he skates back towards the point. Cutler fires towards the net and a score! Grizzlies scores. Cutler is firing towards the net. He might have gotten redirected by Adam Berg, as that'll make it a 4-0 hockey game as Berg skates to the bench first. Adam Berg redirected the Brandon Cutler shot as it's now 4-0 with 5:36 left in the second. Boy, we didn't get a good look at the net there when Cutler was on the right side firing towards the net. Looks like Berg redirected it as he gets his 4th of the season for Brandon Cutler. He'll get an assist, which will be his 11th of the campaign. So Adam Berg makes it a 4-0 game as the Grizzlies have goals from 4 different skaters, 3 forwards, and Josh Wesley being a defenseman that scored earlier in the second. Allen wins the draw. They skate from left to right. As there's 5.5 minutes left in the second. Allen back in their own end. Diagonal pass towards the near side. Connects to Fournier. Fournier gets back checked and loses the puck. Wickers gets it back at the Grizzlies blue line. Wickers over to Yoon. Back to Wickers. Wickers moves it out to center ice for Raby, who dumps it in. As Fitz closes the gap for Gagnon. Raby skates over there. 2-on-2 battle in the near corner of the American zone. Fitz gets the puck, trying to kick it out in front. It bounced off a skate. Now it goes back to Fitz, who skates towards the far corner. Now he throws it back to the spot that he vacated. Raby on the left side gets spun around. Raby gets pushed along the boards. 3-on-3 battle along the wall with less than 5 minutes left in the second. As Fitz gets it up top for Wickers, left point. Wickers across to Yoon, right side. Righty shot goes wide. Raby collides with Gagnon. Gagnon gets the puck, and he saucers it all the way down to the other end. It's going to be icing on the Americans with 4:34 left in the second. So let's see what the ECHL app has for the Grizzlies' 4th goal, which we believe was scored by Adam Berg. As we didn't really get a good look at it, and obviously they're not going to show a replay. They really haven't shown many replays at all in this series. We believe that Berg gets a goal with Cutler getting an assist. We're not sure he got that other assist. The scoring's been a bit balanced for the Grizzlies tonight. They lead 4-0. Everybody contributing. Utah wins the draw. Josh Wesley holds it on the right point. Now he moves it ahead along the far wing boards. Grizzlies trying to get it to the corner. The puck bounces to Allen. Americans skate around their net, and they slide it to center ice. Pass connects. As the Americans, Johnny Walker fires it across off the far wall. It goes to Wesley, who skates around Utah's net. He chips it off the end boards. Now it goes to Nathan Burke, who slides to the far side, looking for Stapley. Pass was wide to the mark. Allen backhands it airborne to center ice. It goes to Abear, throws it in. Chasing after it's Gavin Gould in the near corner. He gets poked away by Wesley. Now the puck goes back up top. Bouncing puck. Jarvis couldn't keep it in. He chases after it to neutral ice. He backhands it to Orzek, who's in the American zone, skating from left to right. Now back to Jarvis, who moves it ahead to Robidoux across the center ice. Robidoux off the far boards. Wesley will tap it back to center ice. Bouncing puck at the center ice logo, corralled by Grant Abear, who skates back towards his own zone. Abear now gets to neutral ice. He crossed the red line. Now he gains the line as he gets around Berg. Abear centers to Gould. It bounced off a Robidoux stick and on to Januzzi, who covers up. Looked like Abear is looking for Gould, and the puck glided towards Robidoux. Robidoux didn't get much on a shot as Januzzi was able to make a save about ankle high. 3:27 left in the second period. After the whistle, a little bit of a conversation between Adam Berg and Mikhail Robidoux. 3:27 left in the second. Grizzlies lead 4-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
3:27 is left in the second period. Utah leads 4-0 as they've scored 2 goals in the first and 2 in the second. Grizzlies have a shot edge of 22-16. Here so far tonight, Utah is 1 for 3 on the power play. Allen is 0 for 1. Adam Berg got the goal 14-24 into the second period with Brandon Cutler getting the assists. Grizzlies get it as we're back to live action. Utah moves ahead into the attack zone as Adam Berg collides with Mallory. As there's 3:15 and counting left in the second. As Berg gets divorced in the puck as Allen. Back in their own end, skating from left to right. Chris Mallory moves it ahead. Now diagonal pass to the right. Bounced off a Crohn's stick. He chases after it deep in the Grizzlies zone. Mayhew gets it. Bounces off a Crohn's skate onto Januzzi, who covers up in the crease with 3:01 left in the second. So Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Brett Stapley scored 5-10 into the contest with Zane Schartz and Dylan Fitz getting the assist. However, Fitz didn't even get a plus on the play, so I doubt that Fitz's assist will stand. Later in the first, Dylan Fitz got his 6th of the year with Penner and Semick getting the assist. 39 seconds into the second period, Wesley scored on the power play to make it 3-0, and then Adam Berg redirected a Brandon Cutler shot, 14-24 into the second to make it a 4-0 game. Allen wins the draw, right point, righty shot by Eric Williams goes wide. Now behind the net, Kobe McCauley gets pushed by Wickers as McCauley directs it up top to Williams. He slides to Mallory, back to Williams, who moves it to the right circle for Crone. He fires towards the net. It gets redirected and goes wide as Murray was looking for the redirection on the Crone pass to center. As Murray throws to the far corner, it's picked off by Utah as they glided along the near wing boards. Raby throws to the point. Murray cuts it off and keeps it in. Murray will bounce it off of Utah. I think that was Brian Hume. As Wickers back towards Fitz. Fitz gets it neutral ice. He'll chip it across. Slow pass. Raby gets it left wing. He'll bounce it off of Williams and enters the zone. Hume starting pass shot. And a score! Grizzlies score to make it 5-0. As looks like Dylan Fitz gets his 2nd of the game. Fitz will skate towards the bench and high-five everybody. It's been all Grizzlies tonight. As Hume to Fitz to the back of the net. And it's 5-0 Grizzlies. Well, and you wonder if Chase Perry is going to be long for this game. As the Grizzlies get their 3rd goal of the second period. As Hume was in the left side, just centered to Fitz. Perry got a piece of it as the puck just kind of bounced slowly past the goal line and into the back of the net. So it's 5-0 Utah with 2:14 left in the second. Draw goes between the Grizzlies' defensive pairing of Schartz and Semick. Schartz gets it and gets it to Semick. He moves along the far wall to Gallant. It bounced off his stick. Pfizer gets it. He skates towards the far goal line as Pfizer being shadowed by Semick. Pfizer in the left point across to Gagnon as he gets around Burke. Backhand pass towards the left circle. Bounces on the ice. Semick will slide it to center. Grizzlies gather the puck at center ice. 2-on-3. As the Grizz gained the line, Stapley, high slot, righty shot is blocked away. As Allen, with a long-range pass, it doesn't connect, and icing is going to be on the Americans. Good job by Jacob Semick getting back defensively, making sure the icing got called. There's 1 minute, 38 seconds left in the second period. As the Grizzlies now lead 5-0. For Dylan Fitz, he got his 2nd goal of the game. He's on hat trick watch. We believe that Brian Hume's going to get an assist. As Hume does get an assist, and Dakota Raby also picks up an assist. Raby had 2 goals on Wednesday, and he now gets his 1st assist of the game as Raby and Tyler Penner are each a +2. So even though I'm not sure about the validity of Fitz's assist in the first period. He does have 2 goals on the night. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Sharts fires towards the net. It gets redirected and goes wide. Messner is in the area as the Americans will moving out to center ice. Right, Visor gains the line. He gets to the right circle. Hebert throws it across. It bounced off of Messner's skate as Gagnon will back it out to neutralize himself. Now Gagnon back in his own end. He pitches ahead as the Americans regain the line. Brodzinski skates towards the circle. Now he stops along the near boards and backhands it to the point as Nolan Orzek dances around Cutler. Orzek now on the near goal line. Stops near the corner. He gets pushed by Sharts. Sharts, a Plano, Texas native. As 2-on-2 battle, Sharts holds his ground as the Americans come out of the pile with the puck. As Visor skates towards a point, Messner tried to clear it out. It stays in. Colin Jacobs, right circle, gets it across. Bouncing puck couldn't be handled by Visor. Gets it off the boards. Visor now on the left point. Slides to the left circle. Righty shot. Saved by Januzzi. As rebound goes towards the left point, Visor backhands it ahead. Americans fire towards the net. It's blocked. As now Allen skates around the net. Robidoux loses the puck. He gets it back in the near corner. Robidoux gets pushed by Sharts. As he gets it up top, does Robidoux. Orzek over to the left point. Lefty shot is blocked away. Grizzlies doing a good job with blocked shots and deflections here tonight. 18 seconds left in the second. Allen has it at center ice. Orzek gets it across. Americans skate towards the near circle. And now around the net as Allen gets to Orzek. One-timer saved by Januzzi. Rebound goes to Cutler. He'll carry it to the blue line and backhand it in. Both teams will make a change. 2 seconds left in the period. And that will do it. And what a first 40 minutes of play for the Grizzlies. They scored 2 goals in the first, and they now have 3 in the second period as the Grizzlies head to the locker room with a 5-0 lead. Boy, everything's worked well for the Grizzlies. The power plays looked sharp. The penalty kill. Everybody's contributing to the cause as they're getting points from all 3 forward lines. Looks like every defenseman, including the newest Grizzly, Zane Sharts, have looked sharp. Boy, this is about as good as the Grizzlies have looked both home and away all season. As both teams head to their respective dressing rooms, and you have to be really happy if you're a Grizzlies fan as they have a 5-0 lead after 2 periods. We'll come back and recap the first 2 frames and go over some scores from around the league as the Grizzlies lead the Americans 5-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Second intermission, Utah leads Allen 5-0 as the Grizzlies have goals from 4 different skaters. Dylan Fitz has 2 goals and is listed with 1 assist on the night. Dante Januzzi has stopped all 17 shots he has seen. And talking about the Allen goaltender, Chase Perry, he's probably going to be in there for the duration as the backup tonight is an emergency backup goaltender. We'll come back in 1 minute and recap the first 2 periods of play as Utah leads 5-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
It's the Grizzlies 5 and the Americans nothing. Utah's outshot the Americans 23-17. And I'm Tyson Whiting. Everything has gone right for the Grizzlies here through 40 minutes. Brett Stapley is the Optum first goal of the game scorer. 5:10 into the contest. He just kind of walked down the middle and then fired a backhand shot that went over Chase Perry's shoulder. And Stapley got his 7th of the year. The newest Grizzly making his debut. He signed earlier today, Zane Schartz. He picks up an assist. They also give an assist to Dylan Fitz. I don't believe it, though, because he didn't even get a plus on the play, as the forwards on the ice were most likely Stapley, Burke, and Gallant. So they gave an assist to Fitz. I'm not sure how valid that is. Either way, the Grizzlies lead 1-0, 5:10 in. Less than 3 minutes later, Fitz was on the ice as he scored his 6th of the year with Tyler Penner and Jacob Semick getting the assist as Semick fired a shot from just near the right point towards the net. And the puck just kind of bounced around a couple times, and Fitz in front of the net was able to get it and put it away as he got his 6th of the year and first of 2 in the game. Utah led 2-0 after one period. They outshot the Americans 13-8. And really, it was a great first 20 minutes for Utah. The Grizz were on the power play to start the second period. Late in the first, Ryan Gagnon got a roughing minor, 1937 in. And the Grizzlies capitalized on the power play. Kind of an odd-looking play as Mayhew was getting towards center ice. Looked like he wanted to throw the puck behind him to somebody, maybe Gallant. But an Allen player was behind Mayhew, anticipating that. So Mayhew just kind of kept gliding forward towards the right. Mayhew got to Gallant, then Gallant got it back to Mayhew. And Mayhew on the right side found a wide-open Josh Wesley to the left. And Mayhew kicked it across, and Wesley was able to put it away to make it a 3-0 game. For Josh Wesley, it's his 3rd power play goal in his last 6 games. For Kyle Mayhew, picking up the main assist, he now has a point in 7 of his last 8 games. And Cole Gallant certainly has played well for the Grizzlies all year. He got his 17th assist of the campaign. So that made it 3-0, and it stayed 3-0 for quite a while. And then 14:24 into the second. We're not sure if it was a pass that got redirected or if it was just a great centering feed towards the net that Berg was able to gather and put it away. We didn't quite see the net on the goal, but Cutler had the puck along the far wing boards, which was on the right side with Utah skating from right to left. Just got it in front to Berg. And really, the one trick you learn quickly when you do these remote broadcasts is that if you can't see the goal, usually anticipate who skates to the bench first. And luckily, most of the time they show that. So once I saw Berg skate to the bench first, I had known that he had scored his 4th of the year. For Cutler, that's his first assist of the night. He now has 11 on the season. But the scoring wasn't done as Grizzlies got their 5th goal of the night. Dylan Fitz, his 2nd of the game and 7th of the year. Brian Yoon and Dakota Raby getting the assists. Fitz took the shot from the left wing, and it bounced off of Perry. And it looked like it just kind of was laying there for a little bit and just kind of slowly trickled past the goal line. That made it 5-0, and you had to wonder about Perry's availability the rest of the game, whether he gets pulled. The difference, though, is that it looks like an emergency backup is in there for the Americans tonight. They only have 2 goaltenders listed, but Mark Sinclair is not dressing tonight. He must be out with an injury. So they have to go with Chase Perry unless he gets injured throughout the rest of this game. And it's been all Grizzlies. It's really been a struggle for Chase Perry all season, who came into play with a 5.45 goals against average and an .875 save percentage. And unfortunately for his sake, he's looked every bit of it here in the first 2 periods, as he has saved 18 of 23. If you joined us late, both goaltenders who played on Wednesday, Trent Miner for the Grizzlies and Allen's Levi Merrilainen, they were each called up to the AHL's Colorado, or Miner was called up to the Colorado Eagles and Merrilainen was called up to the AHL's Belleville Senators. We mentioned the Grizzlies have a shot edge here tonight. They've only outshot their opponent 8 times here in the regular season. Tonight is game 33. It's been very balanced in terms of who's been taking the shots for the Grizzlies. Josh Wesley and Brandon Cutler each lead the way with 4. Dylan Fitz and Adam Berg each have 3 shots. Fitz has 2 goals and Berg has 1. Brett Stapley has 1 goal on 2 shots. Zane Schartz and Kyle Mayhew each have 2 shots. Schartz is one of many Grizzlies players who are a +2. Brian Yoon, who hasn't taken a shot here so far, has 1 assist, and Yoon is a +3 for the Grizzlies. And that's been incredible. Brian Yoon, I don't know if there's a nickname attached to him just being a plus just about every game for the Grizzlies this year. In fact, Yoon, with the +3 so far, that means he is now a +10 on the season. That leads the Grizzlies. And over his last 6 games coming into play tonight, he was a +6. So unless something changes here in the final 20 minutes, Yoon could be a +9 in his last 7 games once tonight has been completed. So what an unbelievable job by Brian Yoon, who's been one of the more reliable rookies that the Grizzlies have seen in recent memory. In fact, you talk about both Grizzlies rookie defensemen who are in the lineup tonight, both Mayhew and Yoon. Well, they've just been spectacular. I know Jacob Samek, based on how many games he played last year, still considered to be a rookie, and the Grizzlies do have a lot of guys who kind of fit that bill and are considered first-year pros. And some of those guys are really coming into their own and playing good hockey. Also playing good hockey is Dante Januzzi in net. He has stopped all 17 he has seen. So what can you say? It's really been a great first 40 minutes for the Grizzlies, and they certainly need it based on where they are in the standings and knowing that they've got to find a way to win some games and climb back into the Mountain Division playoff race. The Grizzlies right now are in 6th place in the Mountain Division with a record of 12-20. It's the best Grizzlies have looked on the road this season, and even if you count the home games, the first 40 minutes are probably the best the Grizzlies have looked all season. Maybe the best the Grizzlies have looked since Teddy Bear Toss night on December 9th. That game also was against Allen. That was one where Utah just played outstanding hockey on both ends of the ice, and tonight kind of resembles that. And it looks like the Grizzlies have a great game plan, and they made some adjustments. There's no doubt about it as to how to defend Allen's stretch passing game. They've done an outstanding job at neutral ice, making sure that Allen doesn't enter the offensive zone with momentum. Looks like the Americans, who have averaged about 4.5 goals per game over the last month, looks like they're out of sync offensively. And I think you have to give the Grizzlies a lot of credit for simply being in the right place at the right time and making those adjustments as to how to slow down this high-powered Allen attack. One thing to watch out for here in the third period, the reigning league MVP, Hank Crone, has been left scoreless. Obviously, Allen hasn't scored a goal yet tonight. He's got a point streak of 15 games. That's going to be on the line here in the third period. So Utah leads Allen 5-0. When we come back to the second intermission report, we will go over some scores from around the world of sports. Right now, after 2 periods, the Grizzlies lead the Americans 5-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Second intermission, Utah leads 5-0. Other scores in the league, a battle for first place over Idaho Central Arena. And after 1 period, Idaho leads Kansas City 2-1. Mavericks have 49 standings points this year. Idaho has 48 as Kansas City won past regulation on Wednesday night. Tonight, still a battle for first place if Idaho wins in regulation. They retake first place in the division. After one period, Idaho leads Kansas City 2-1. The Steelheads goals scored. One of them was scored by Bailey Conger. Conger actually played in a couple games with the Grizzlies a few years ago. He is a Boise native, and he returns to his hometown team. He was signed earlier this week. Demetrius Kumatsis also picked up a goal for Idaho. Schoenbart has the Kansas City goal. There's a lot of unfamiliar names to the Kansas City roster, and that's probably a good thing for them this season. Grizzlies will face them for the first time all year next weekend. Those two games are going to be played at Cable Dahmer Arena. After one period, Idaho leads Kansas City 2-1. Also after one period, Fort Wayne leads Rapid City 1-0. Grizzlies fans are rooting for Fort Wayne in that one, as Fort Wayne's a non-division opponent. Looks like Dejan Mingo has the Fort Wayne goal that was scored 12:22 into the first. Fort Wayne leads Rapid City 1-0. After two periods, Wichita leads Cincinnati 2-1. So Grizzlies fans are rooting for Cincinnati tonight, as Cincinnati's out of the division, and Wichita is the one team behind the Grizzlies in the standings. Remember, the Grizzlies will face Wichita for the fourth and final time in the regular season on Sunday afternoon at 3:05. Looks like Roman Canal and McEachern have the Wichita goals, and Samuel Panwar has the Cincinnati goal, as Wichita has outshot Cincinnati 28-21. Thunder lead the Cyclones 2-1 after two periods. Early third period, Iowa and Tulsa are tied at 2. Late third period, Florida leads Savannah 4-3. Other games in the league that have gone final: Indy over Wheeling 5-2. In overtime, Worcester defeats Norfolk 4-3. Also in OT, Greenville comes away with a 2-1 home victory over Orlando. Atlanta defeats Trois-Rivières 5-4. Reading shuts out Maine 1-0 in a pitcher's duel. Kalamazoo defeats Toledo 4-1 in a bit of an upset, as Toledo loses for only the fifth time in regulation this year. And Jacksonville defeats South Carolina 5-2, as Jacksonville's record goes to 18-13-3. South Carolina's had a pretty good year. Their record is 18-12-2. Oddly enough, this is my 6th year calling Grizzlies games. I have yet to see the South Carolina Stingrays play hockey at any point. They have not faced the Grizzlies in quite some time, if ever. It'd be fun to see South Carolina face the Grizzlies at some point in the future, but we just haven't seen them on the schedule. So there's only, that's the league. That's what's going on in the league tonight. Obviously a busy night once again tomorrow evening. Only two games in the NHL tonight. Both are in the second intermission. Nashville leads Dallas 2-0 in a game that really is just played about a half hour away from where the Grizzlies are playing right now, as Dallas and downtown Dallas trails Nashville 2-0. Also after two periods, the Flyers and the Minnesota Wild are tied at 1. One NBA score. Late first quarter, the Jazz lead the Toronto Raptors 19-14. With a victory, the Jazz will be 20-20 this season, return to the 500 mark. In women's college basketball, a heartbreaker for the Lady Utes, as Stanford defeats Utah 66-64, as the Utes fall to 11-5 this year. Stanford, who's ranked 8th nationally, is now 15-1. The Utes are ranked 19th nationally. And I don't know where the women's basketball programs come around, but over the last couple of years, they've turned into quite the powerhouse. Speaking of powerhouses, the Grizzlies really dominated the first two periods. We'll see what happens here in 2 minutes as we'll start third period action, skating 5-on-5. Once again, the score after two periods, it's the Grizzlies 5 and the Americans nothing. We're back for the third period in 90 seconds on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
This broadcast is presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott, producing premier American copper and proudly celebrating 120 years of operations in the Utah community. Grizzlies Hockey also brought to you by Coca-Cola, where real magic is only a sip away, and by Siegfried and Jensen, personal injury attorneys. Grizzlies Hockey also brought to you by Powerade and by America First Credit Union. And don't forget, the Grizzlies have their next AFCU Friday on Friday, January 26th. Which is 14 days from now as the Grizzlies take on the Rapid City Rush. Utah will be skating from left to right as we see it on Flow Sports. Your mind's eye see it on YouTube. We beg for a little bit of patience as we're just at the mercy of the video feed we get. Allen skates from right to left. They win the face-off as they're back in their own zone. As the Americans will move it out to the left side. Gavin Gould gets it off the boards. He'll backhand it in. Yoon chases after it. He gathers it just to the right of Januzzi. Wickers gets blasted. The puck glides along the far boards. Jarvis chases after it. He backhands it towards the Allen blue line. Americans get it taken away by Fitz, who's on hat trick watch. Grizzlies have yet to have a power play or a hat trick this year, as nobody has scored 3 in a game. As Wesley high slot righty shot goes just wide. As Perry's still in net for the Americans. Fitz gets tripped up along the far wing boards. No call as the puck glides towards the middle. It's taken away by Andrew Jarvis. He's not very big, but Jarvis plays a physical brand of hockey. He skates around Perry's net. About 50 seconds into the third period, as Jarvis will now start the attack. He skates down the middle. Now he veers it off to the left for Hebert, as Hebert gains the line, as he'll skate towards the near goal line. Hebert trying to direct it up top, but it's taken away by Nathan Burke. And now Cole Gallant gets it, left wing across the center ice. Gallant gains the line, gets towards Mayhew. Mayhew centers it over towards Pfizer. Problem, he plays for the Americans now. Gallant, slot, righty shot, see, rebound, shot, and a score! Brett Stapley gets his second of the game, and this baby's in the refrigerator as Utah's taken a 6-0 lead. Gallant was in the slot, fired a shot that went wide off the boards. Perry was off balance, and once Stapley got the puck along the far goal line, he pretty much had an open net and put it away as the Grizzlies get their 6th of the game. Stapley gets his second goal of the contest as Utah just continues to pour it on at 6-0 with 18:44 left in the third. I imagine that Mayhew and Gallant are going to be the two Grizzlies skaters to pick up assists. Allen wins the draw. Mallory over to the right side for Williams. Back to Mallory, who's down the middle. He fires left wing pass towards Crone and gets taken away at center ice. Crone gets it back, but he's offside. Good job by Mick Messner as it bounced off his skate. Crone got it back, but it messed up the timing of the play. 18:33 left in the third. Stapley gets his second of the game and 8th of the season. And for Brett Stapley, it's his 8th multiple-point game of the campaign. Stapley, you mentioned, a former draft pick of the Montreal Canadiens in 2018. I think it was in the 6th round. Allen wins the draw right side. They'll tap it off the far wing boards as Semick will backhand it towards Cutler. It's taken away by Murray as he gets to Chrome behind the net. Chrome pitches out in front. Shot and a score. Easton Brodzinski gets his 15th of the year. And there goes the shutout as Allen finally gets one past Januzzi. And it's now a 6-1 game. Looks like Murray's going to skate towards the bench. The Americans didn't celebrate it. If that is an assist for Hank Crone, that means his point-scoring streak extends to 16 games. They never show a replay of the Grizzlies' goal, but we get one for Allen's tally. Crone to Brodzinski to the back of the net. And so for Hank Crone, his point-scoring streak extends to 16 games. And for Easton Brodzinski, that's his 5th goal against the Grizzlies this season. So for the first time tonight, the Allen American fans have something to cheer about. Both teams have scored a goal here in the third period. Grizzlies win the draw as Penner flies it in. As the puck zips towards the right side, Yoon back around the wall looking for Fitz. It goes past him. Americans clear it out. Wickers chases after it. And no icing on the play as Yoon gets tripped up as he feeds it towards the far corner. Centering pass shot saved by Januzzi. As Allen put together a pretty good scoring chance there from the far corner down the middle. As Wickers gets across the line, skates towards the near goal line, tried to backhand it out in front. It bounced off a Ty Farmer skate As now we get a fight at center ice. We get a fight at center ice. Who's it going to be? As it's going to be Dakota Raby. Raby getting after it as he throws hands with Johnny Walker. Walker and Raby connect. Walker swings on a couple rights. Now Raby gets in the right. As now Walker pumps away with a couple body shots. As Walker gets to two knees, gets back to his feet. Raby holds up Walker. And the linesmen step in. Two former teammates fighting at center ice. Dakota Raby and the mustached Johnny Walker. As both guys will skate towards the penalty box. Looked like Walker got in a few blows. That's about as long a fight as we've seen Johnny Walker get in. As Walker and Dakota Raby will skate towards the box. As Walker wearing the net guard, he takes it off as he's in the box for 5 minutes. As they drop the gloves, everybody was looking. Once the camera panned, boy, Dakota Raby, who's one of the smaller Grizzlies, getting into a fight with former Grizzly Johnny Walker. So Walker calmly in the box as he fights one of his former teammates from last season. Draw's going to be in the American zone. 17 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third. It's the Grizzlies 6 and the Americans 1. With that, I think Raby's now a goal away from a Gordie Howe hat trick as he's got an assist and now a fight here tonight. Already a lot of action here in the third period. 2:20 in. Raby and Walker each get matching fighting majors. Draws give me the nearest circle. Tyler Penner will take it against Grant Hebert. As the draws the nearest circle, won by Hebert as he gets over towards Ryan Gagnon. As Gagnon moves it head to center ice as the puck enters, but the Americans are offside. Grizzlies did a good job protecting the blue line. As Raby was able to get some blows in, looked like Walker, was able to get some body shots in. Usually Johnny Walker fights that we saw last season with the Grizzlies were pretty quick. That was about as long a fight as we had seen Johnny Walker in. And for Dakota Raby, it seems like he'll drop the gloves maybe once or twice a year as well. As a draw won by Allen, as Ty Farmer will bounce it off a Grizzly stick. It goes to center ice. Fitz gathers it. He's on hat trick watch. He skates down the middle. Fitz gets around two Americans, slides it towards Perry. Perry covers up as the Americans did a good job not letting Dylan Fitz get completely around him to get a good look at his third goal of the game. So Perry holds on with 17 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third. As Grizzlies still looking for their first hat trick of the season. There's been a lot of guys who have scored two, including Dakota Raby on Wednesday. And Fitz obviously tonight. Brett Stapley also on hat trick watch. He's on the ice right now. Stapley has 2 goals, including scoring early in the third period. Let's check who got the assist. It was Gallant and Burke that they've listed getting the assist on the Stapley goal. I got to think maybe it was Mayhew that might have found his way. Yeah, Mayhew might have found his way to getting one of those assists. I don't know. As Robidoux will take the draw as faceoff's going to be in the far circle. As puck kicks off of Burke's stick and goes towards the Allen end boards as Jarvis gathers the puck. He'll throw it back to a defenseman. Now back to Jarvis, who moves it towards the near side for Fournier. Diagonal pass connects as Orzek skates in, centers it out in front, bounced off of Jacobs as now it goes towards the high slot. Allen gathers it as Jarvis, lefty shot, saved by Januzzi. Robidoux pushes along the net with Josh Wesley. Robidoux wanted to get after Josh Wesley as the linesmen step between them. As Robidoux and Wesley get separated. As Wesley trying to protect his crease and Robidoux trying to get one of those redirection goals like he got halfway through the third period on Wednesday. Now, Robidoux exchanging some words with Josh Wesley as both guys will stay on the ice. 16:56 left in the third. So I've already seen one goal on both sides here early in the third period, and Dakota Raby and Johnny Walker getting into a fight. Staple will take the draw against Colin Jacobs. Jacobs, an experienced pro. Draw won by Allen as Robidoux has a glance off his stick. It goes back to the Grizzlies. They move it ahead to Cole Gallant, but the puck stays at center ice. Burke gets pushed in the back. Grizzlies throw a right wing pass to Stapley, moves it across. Gallant couldn't get it as it lifted over his stick, about knee high. Jacobs gets it poked away as Orzek, right side, moves it across for Crone. Crone now is an assistant, as a point in 16 straight games. Grizzlies will clear it all the way out as deep in the American zone. Mallory throws to the near side. Horizontal pass connects to Crone. He'll fly it in. Puck ricochets off the end boards as Sharts tried to move it across, but it didn't get very far as Chrome gets up top as the Americans. Righty shot goes off the end boards, hits the side of the net. Semick gallops towards a corner. He collides with an American as now there's 2 Grizzlies and 2 Americans along the near side. Murray hacking away as the puck goes to the point. Mallory will zip it across. Right side, Eric Williams fakes a shot. Now he takes one. Righty shot saved by Januzzi. He holds on as Jacob Semick gets pushed in front of Januzzi right as the whistle was blowing with 15:53 left in the third. So we've seen quite a few whistles and quite a few shots taken by the Americans here in the first 4 minutes of the third period. A lot of action here early in the third. Stapley got his 8th of the year and 2nd of the game, 116 in with Gallant and Burke getting the assists. 27 seconds later, Easton Brodzinski got his 15th of the year. Crone and Murray with the assists. Allen wins the draw. Right side, righty shot goes wide as Mallory will roll it along the wall as it goes back towards the right side. Allen kicks it in front of the net, and the puck goes behind it as Brodzinski chases after it. He gets to the left circle as the Americans roll it back to the right side for Williams. He'll saucer it around the wall as Crone, left side, spins it back towards the right side as Wickers gathers the puck. He skates towards the far corner. Now he'll pitchfork it out to center ice, bouncing puck as the Americans will guide it across. Crone back in his own end, skating towards his right. He'll drop it off as Mallory gets to the blue line and throws it horizontally. Now back towards Mallory in the give and go. He's at the Utah blue line. Mallory dumps it in. Wickers collides with Crone as Wickers brushes it to the near side. Allen gathers it. Brodzinski skates towards the point. Now fires towards the net. It's blocked by Wickers. Wickers guides it up the center ice, taken away by Brodzinski as Mallory left side fires towards the net, and it's gloved by Januzzi just in front of the crease. He holds on as we get a whistle with 14:48 left in the third. It's the Grizzlies 6 and the Americans 1. Draws Gimby in the near side of the Grizzlies zone. Stapley's out there with Gallant and Burke. That 3-man unit has certainly produced a lot here tonight. Draw one by the Grizz as Wesley along the near goal line will throw it behind Utah's net to Mayhew. Now back to Wesley. Wesley back to Mayhew as the all-star zips a right wing pass off a Stapley skate. Goes deep in the American zone. Icing is on Utah. Stapley was still in Grizzlies territory when it tapped off of him. 14:33 is left in the third. Same teams tomorrow night. Maybe it's more tomorrow afternoon. 3:10 is going to be the face-off time between the Grizzlies and the Americans. It's 4:10 locally in Texas. Then the Grizzlies will face Wichita on Sunday afternoon at 3:05. As Grizzlies have it along the far side as Burke battles with Gagnon. Now the Americans gather it. They skeet down the middle. Pfizer, righty shot goes wide. Now Pfizer gets back off the board. Shot goes a little bit wide. Januzzi might have gotten a piece of it as Pfizer behind Utah's net as he's now in the near corner. Pfizer gets up top to McCauley. He fires it towards the far wing boards for Gagnon as he fires it towards the far corner as Hebert back towards Pfizer. Pfizer played in 12 games at Belleville earlier this season, zips it across to McCauley. Now it goes up top to Gagnon. He has a bobble off his stick and it goes out to center ice. As the Americans reset, Gagnon, diagonal pass to Hebert, fires it in, but the Americans are offside as we get a whistle and a timeout. 13 minutes and 46 seconds left in the third. It's the Grizzlies 6 and the Americans 1. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh forever.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, You always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club.
13 minutes and 26 seconds and counting left in the third. Grizzlies lead the Americans 6-1. As the puck is at neutral ice, Allen crosses center, skating from right to left. Nolan Orzek glides towards the near corner. Orzek now kicks it back up top. Left wing, lefty shot. Hits the side of the net as it goes wide. Now everybody pushing away. Semic as Januzzi covers up. Jordan Ty Fournier goes and attacks Semic after the whistle. As Fournier, Semic have some words. As there's 13:08 left in the third, Januzzi was able to make the save, but it seems like action out in front of the net has gotten a bit heated. Just about every time there's a shot, Robidoux with his glove fired to left at a Grizzly. And that was Adam Berg. As Berg kind of egging on Robidoux a little bit here tonight, knowing that Robidoux is a guy that will lose his cool from time to time. Draw is going to be in the Grizzly zone. 13:08 left in the third as the Americans will change up skaters. Looks like, barring something incredibly crazy happening, tomorrow afternoon is going to be the rubber match. Allen won 5-4 on Wednesday. Well, it was really an entertaining hockey game. Tonight, it's been all Grizzlies, scoring the first 6 goals of the contest before Easton Brzezinski found the back of the net about 1:43 in. Brett Stapley and Dylan Fitz each have 2 goals tonight. Tyler Penner will take the draw against Murphy. Blake Murphy, not to be confused with Bruce Murphy, the former radio host. I think he might still be hosting radio shows on XM Radio. As the draw goes towards Januzzi, who covers up. 13:03 is now left in the third. I remember Sporting News Radio. They had Murray in the Morning. One of those shows. It was radio shows. It was kind of like, radio's version of PG-13. They'd be a little bit on the edge a little bit. So I'm almost thinking of calling him Bruce Murphy instead of Blake Murphy. Murphy, a good hockey player. He's been a great addition to the Americans club. Murphy wins the draw himself. Left wing, lefty shot saved by Januzzi. As puck goes towards the near boards, Fitz has a glance off his stick, and the puck flies to center ice. Chasing after it's Penner, but it's gathered by Eric Williams. Williams across to Mallory. Mallory skates towards his right. There are no current Grizzlies players who are teammates with either Mallory or Williams. Campagna took it away, gets to Penner. Penner backhands out in front to Fitz. Shot! Saved by Perry. Boy, great look for Fitz, looking for the hat trick as Penner was in the far circle, centered it in front of Fitz. Fitz took a grade A shot, but Perry made the save with 12:36 left in the third. Boy, the Grizzlies were that close to getting their first hat trick of the season. Great playing by Tyler Penner. He's been outstanding this series. This is probably the best that Penner has looked all year. And boy, for a guy like Chase Perry who's been struggling here tonight, that's the best save he's made all game. Like, Fitz almost had the hat trick. Perry had to make an outstanding glove save to make sure Fitz stayed at 2 on the night. Grizzlies still lead 6-1. Allen in their own zone wins the faceoff as Farmer will move it ahead. Now puck goes back to the point near side as Gatherings McCauley feeds it across. Gagnon gains the line, gets to the right side for Fizer. His shot is blocked by the newest Grizzly, Zane Schartz. As left side, McCauley skates towards his right. He fires towards the net, and it goes just wide as he went stick side on Januzzi. Behind the net, Allen wraparound shot saved by Januzzi. Everybody hacking away. Puck goes to the far corner. Now up top, Gagnon gets the puck. He throws to the far circle. Utah takes it away. Grizz zipping out to Brett Stapley. He feeds it out to the left. Grizzlies fire towards the net. It bounced off an American. As Hebert over towards McCauley. He gets the Fizer, skates towards the right circle. Righty shot is blocked by Yoon. Fizer gets the puck as he backhands it to the left for Farmer. Now back to Fizer. Fizer fires towards the net. Stick saved by Januzzi. Puck goes back to Farmer. Now to the near goal line. Centering pass. Swing and a miss goes Hebert. Fizer right side shot saved by Januzzi. Grizzlies gather it and they clear it out. No icing. Grizzlies fit in a line change 8.5 minutes into the third period. Jarvis crosses center ice. Now he gains line as he gets around Berg. Jarvis stops before he gets to the corner. Backhands it to the near circle. It goes back towards Jarvis. And the Grizzlies get it and clear it out. Utah, right wing pass between the legs of Berg. Berg collides with Walker. Walker pushes Berg. Walker out of the box after serving a fighting major. Cutler right side lefty shot goes wide As the Americans lift it out towards center, Grizzlies keep it in. Good job by Brandon Cutler. Berg, far side, gets hit along the boards. Cutler skates over there. He gets pushed by Orzek. Grizzlies get it down the middle for Wesley. Righty shot. Saved by Perry as it deflects out of play. Boy, a lot of puck possession as now Johnny Walker and Josh Wesley talk things over. Walker pushes Wesley with his right glove. Wesley just kind of looking at him. And now Johnny Walker pushes another Grizzly in the back. 10:48 left in the third, 6-1 Grizzlies. Some frustration settling in on the Allen side. As Perry has made some good saves here in the third period. As Robidoux slaps his stick along the glass. Now Robidoux yelling as he has lost his cool here in the third period. Robidoux's picked up a penalty. He's in the box for 2 minutes. The Americans lead the league in penalty minutes. And they have just about year in and year out. As Robidoux's in the box. Grizzlies are on the power play with 10 minutes and 48 seconds left in the third. Even interesting, though, it looked like it was Johnny Walker who was doing a little bit more of a conversation type of piece with the Grizzlies than Robidoux was. So it's going to be a Grizzlies power play as they're going to work on some ice in front of Perry's net. Gallant, Stapley, and Burke are out there with Josh Wesley. And the fifth guy's off the screen. It's probably going to be Kyle Mayhew. It's been all Grizzlies tonight as they scored the first 6 goals of the game before Easton Brodzinski scored about minute 43 into the third. Stapley's got 2 goals tonight. Watch out for him. So he'll take the draw against Gavin Gould. He's got Gallant to his left and Burke to his right. Zach Carson, the linesman, will drop the puck. And he does. Grizzlies win the draw as Mayhew on the right side skates towards his left. He's near the blue line. Mayhew skates down the middle. Now gets it to Burke. Back up top for Stapley. Now to Burke. He's along the near circle. Burke back to Mayhew on the right side. Mayhew guides it to Stapley. He's just outside the left circle. Stapley to Wesley, who backhands it out in front. It bounced off a Grizzly. Allen tried to clear it out, and Stapley kept it in. As Brett Stapley skates towards his right, he gets to the right side for Burke. It tapped off his stick. Allen gathers it. Fournier clears it out to center. The puck glides towards the Utah blue line. Stapley chases after it and gathers it. Stapley crosses center ice along the near wing boards. He gains a line. Fournier pokes it back away from his stick. Mayhew moves it out to Stapley. Stapley across the left side as the Grizzlies get it up top for Mayhew. He'll skeet towards his left. Mayhew now in the left circle. Lefty shot. Saved by Perry. It bounced off his chest. And Perry's able to gather it about 2 feet in front of the crease. He stops play with 9:57 left in the third. 1:09 is left in the Utah power play. Draws game in the far circle as the Grizzlies change up skaters. Brandon Cutler's now out there with Dylan Fitz and Mick Messner. Messner will take the draw. Watch out for Fitz, who's got 2 goals tonight. Can't tell the 2 guys up top are. Could be Brian Yoon and J.C. Campagna. That's who's been on the Grizzlies power play unit, opposite of Wesley and Mayhew. Grizzlies win the draw. Cutler gets back checked, and Allen took the puck away. Americans will zip it across the ice. It's Januzzi. We'll get it behind his net. Dante's played a good game. Brian Yoon gathers it behind Utah's net. Now Yoon will skeet down the middle. He's a +3 tonight. Yoon drops it off for Cutler. It's Cutler to neutralize, crosses center. He gets a screen from Campagna. Cutler skates in with speed, but loses the puck as he was skating towards the far circle. Jarvis backhands into center. Allen chasing after it. Americans have it 2-on-1. They skate towards the right circle. Toe drag towards the slot. Righty shot goes wide as they went glove side on Januzzi. Campagna, diagonal pass to Fitz, who skates towards the right circle. Fitz stops. He got a game-winning goal last Friday. Fitz centers it, and nobody home but Grant Hebert as a pass to Messner's behind him. Hebert, shorthanded for 20 seconds, skates towards the far corner, gets double-teamed. Utah brushes away from him. As the Grizzlies back towards the near corner, Cutler throws it around Januzzi's net towards the far corner for Yoon. As Brian Yoon gallops towards neutralize, now backs it out to Cutler. As Robidoux's coming out of the penalty box right now. We're skating 5-on-5 with 8:47 and counting left in the third. Orzek picked Cutler's pocket. Now Orzek skates towards the far circle, centers out in front. Pass goes wide as Murray gathers it, and he skates around Utah's net towards the far side. Murray bounces it across to Orzek as Orzek skates towards his right. He lays it for Murray. Murray lays it for Brodzinski. Over in the left circle, Utah brushes it away, and Penner clears it out to center. Fitz chasing after it as Murray gets it back towards Orszak. Now back to Murray. It tapped off his stick. Grizzlies get it to Penner. Right circle. Penner. Righty shot. Is sticked away as I think Orszak got a stick in the way. Behind the net. Berg gets pushed. And now another push behind Allen's net as the Americans are literally kick it towards Crone. Crone gathers the puck as he's back in his own zone. Now Crone advances it ahead as the Americans. Brzezinski over towards Murray. Murray back towards Crone. He gets cut off by Raby. Grizzlies gather it with Nathan Burke, who crosses center ice. Burke will backhand it in deep as he gets hit by Robidoux, but Burke keeps his feet. Mallory will tap it off of Stapley. Puck bounced off the end boards. Stapley off of Burke. Burke cires it to Raby. Allen cuts in front of him as the puck flies to the blue line. Grizzlies keep it in. Raby towards Burke, out to Stapley out in front. Stapley's shot is saved by Perry. Now Stapley, the backhand shot that's blocked. Stapley, 2 goals tonight, throws it between his legs over towards Mayhew. It's taken away by Crone. Crone crosses center ice and moves it towards Pfizer. Pfizer tries to fire it towards the net on a nice pass, but picked off by Mayhew. Pfizer left circle. Righty shot goes wide. He went stick side on Januzzi as Crone across to Mallory. Mallory fires towards the end boards intentionally, hits the side of the net. McCauley kicks it up top for Crone as the reigning league MVP. Lays it out for McCauley. Now back towards Crone. It's picked off by Stapley. Less than 7 minutes left in the third. Stapley gets the center ice. Nil lofted in. Stapley gets hit pretty hard. Mallory behind his net. As Allen playing a physical game here tonight, especially with the frustration of being down 5. Right wing pass. Allen gets the center ice. They zip it across. As it goes to Gould. He centers it out to the right side. Pfizer gets challenged by Messner. As the puck lifts into the right point. Farmer over towards Pfizer. Now back to Farmer. One-timer. And it goes wide. They went stick side on Januzzi and missed the net. As Wickers lifts it to center ice. It's gathered by the Americans at their blue line. Allen feeds it back to Jarvis, who outlets it towards Gould. He couldn't reach it. As Januzzi finesses it to Yoon. Yoon moves it ahead as the Grizzlies get to Cutler. It's Brandon Cutler crosses center ice with speed. Right wing, he gets held up, but he gains the line onside. Now bounce it off of Walker's skate. Now pass ahead to Walker. He loses it as Wesley took it away from him. As Wesley moves the right wing pass out to Messner. Messner lays it for Campagna, the former American. He had 2 different stints there. Campagna loses it. Gould crosses center ice, left wing. Gould gains the line and fires it towards the near corner. It's taken by Penner, who backhands it in front of his own net. Towards Wesley. He moves to Campagna. JC gets to center ice and he fires it in. As Perry behind his net will drift it towards the near side as Mallory gathers the hot pass. 5.5 minutes left in the third. Grizzlies lead 6-1. Blue line to blue line pass connects to Robidoux. He fires towards the net. Stick saved by Januzzi as it goes to Grant Hebert, who had 2 goals on Wednesday. Hebert stops the left point, being shadowed by Mayhew. As Hebert can't get around Mayhew, gets up top to Mallory. Left wing shot is blocked away. It's bounced off the end boards. Januzzi feeds it to the near corner. Robidoux backhands it around Utah's net. Walker throws to the far circle. It's taken away. Grizzlies cross center ice 4-on-2. Utah dumps it in as Berg chases after it. Berg across to Fitz, who couldn't reach it. Right point. Grizzlies keep it in. Utah will tap it off the wall as it goes to the near corner for Eric Williams for Allen. He backhands it to center ice as Jacobs moves it across. Allen crosses center. Robidoux fires it in. It ricochets off the backboards. Grizzlies skate from left to right here in the period. As Semick slides it to center ice, it goes to Gallant. He moves it past Stapley. It goes deep in the Allen zone. Stapley chases after it. Jarvis gets there first. Stapley pushes Jarvis in the back. As 2-on-2 battle along the near boards at the half wall. Stapley over towards the right point. As he'll get it to the newest Grizzlies. Schartz, right wing, lefty shot is blocked away. Schartz has looked good tonight from what I've seen. Allen clears it out to center. No icing. Januzzi in front of the crease will outlet it to Leung. It was a short-range pass. Crone took it away. Januzzi gets a stick and pokes it away from Crone. Great play by Januzzi. Murray couldn't handle the pass as he was skating towards the net. Schartz around Utah's net. Gets to Stapley. Stapley gets to neutralize slowly. Now right wings it to Yoon, who fires it in. Puck rolls along the boards. Orszak will backhand it to Jarvis. Less than 4 minutes left in the third. It's been a while since we've had a whistle. As Orszak over to the left side for Crone. The reigning league MVP across to Orszak. Orszak gains the line, skates towards the right circle. He's pretty strong with the puck. Orszak gets pushed by Wickers. Crone skates over there. He collides with Burke. And the Grizzlies come out of the pile with the puck. As Wickers lifts it in the air, bounces at center ice. It kicks off a Murray skate. Murray gathers it with good hands. He moves it across to Ty Farmer. Farmer, number 57, gets it across. The Americans will carry it across center ice. Gagnon, who's got good size, will throw it in from center ice. Januzzi behind his net will backhand it to Yoon. Yoon flies it out to center ice. Bouncing puck gathered by the Americans at the center red line. Pfizer back in his own zone. Moves a blue line to blue line pass that Gould gets. Skates towards the left circle. Lefty shot. Saved by Januzzi. Cutler around the net. He gets to Messner. Penalty is going to be on Messner as he cut off Colby McCauley. Interference is going to be the call. And Allen's going to be on the power play for 2 minutes. 2:56 is left in the third. This one's in the refrigerator as Utah leads 6-1. We're back in 1 minute to find out how this one ends together on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
2 minutes and 56 seconds left in the third. Mick Messner got 2 minutes for interference. He's in the box. Grizzlies lead the Americans 6-1. Grant Hebert will take the draw against Tyler Penner. Dylan Fitz right now with 2 goals and 1 assist. Cole Gallant has 2 assists. Brett Stapley has scored 2 goals and is a +2. Allen wins the draw as Williams over towards Brzezinski. Back to Williams in the high slot over to Brzezinski, who's got 5 goals against the Grizzlies this year. He has Allen's lone tally tonight. Brzezinski just outside the left circle. Gets to Williams. He guides it to the right side. Now back to Williams. One-timer, and it goes wide as he went low on Januzzi on the low liner. As near side, Hebert throws it behind Utah's net. Now it kicks in front. Cole Gallant gathers it, and he slices it all the way towards Perry. Good job by Cole Gallant. Not only 2 assists tonight, but he's played well defensively. He hasn't taken a shot, but he's really played a great game. Hebert, left point, gets pushed by Burke. As Hebert will brush it to the corner for Gould, who couldn't handle it. As Yoon will fire it across towards Perry. Good job by the Grizzlies twice here, clearing the puck out in the first 50 seconds of the Allen power play. 2 minutes are left in the third as the Americans trail by 5. Their 6-game winning streak is going to come to an end. Adam Berg back in his own zone as puck goes out to center ice. Allen regathers it. Americans reset their attack. Left wing pass connects. The Americans will filter some players on and off. Hebert bouncing off a Grizzly, and they lose it. Now Allen gets it back as Grizzlies couldn't reach it. As Gould, along the near side, moves it around the net. As the Americans will reverse it back to the near side, and Mallory couldn't keep the zone as he'll get it back in his own end. About 30 seconds left in the Allen power play, and a minute and a half left in regulation. As Mallory drops it off, as Crone gathers it with great speed. He crosses center ice. Crone played at the University of Denver for 2 years with Stapley and Mayhew. Now Mallory over to the right side for Pfizer. He feeds it to the far goal line. Allen kicks it out in front. Grizzlies poke it back to the far side, and Pfizer couldn't keep it in. 10 seconds left in the power play. Pfizer crosses center ice. He gains the line. He gets around Mayhew. Pfizer, right side, righty shot, saved by Januzzi. As it bounces towards McCauley, back to Pfizer, shot, saved by Januzzi, who dives on the puck as the puck was gliding towards him. Guiding away from him, Januzzi made the save. And he holds on with 54 seconds left in the third. Taron Pfizer had a couple good looks from the right side, but Januzzi, who's played an outstanding game, was able to make the stops on both occasions. 54 seconds left in the third, and Messner is out of the box. It's a successful penalty kill for the Grizz. They are 2 for 2 tonight. And on the series, the Grizzlies' penalty kill is 5 for 5. As draw won by the Grizzlies, less than a minute left. Utah flies it into the Allen zone as the puck's on its side, and icing is on Utah with 46 seconds left in the third. Looks like they've already announced the first 2 stars of the game, according to the ECHL app. Dylan Fitz will be the first star. He's got 2 goals. I don't believe the assist he got was valid, because they didn't even give him a plus on that play, saying he wasn't on the ice. Stapley with 2 goals, the second star. I don't know. Dante Januzzi's played a pretty good game. You could think about him. You could also think about Adam Berg or Cole Gallant, who's got 2 assists. Januzzi right now has saved 25 of 26. Draw one by the Grizzlies as they pitchfork it out to center ice. Grizzlies gathered at center. Gallant fires it off an American. Now Gallant gets it back at the blue line and throws it in. As Gagnon behind his net, battles with Stapley. Now it goes towards Ty Fournier. Jordan Ty Fournier will lift it out to center ice. It bounced off the skate of Robideau. Robideau gets it back and advances it, but it didn't go very far. 20 seconds left. Stapley gets blasted along the near boards at center ice by Robideau, who just wants to hit anybody that moves right now. Fournier skates towards the right circle. Righty shot and a score. And Jordan Ty Fournier finds the back of the net. Mikhail Robideau wants to fight somebody behind Utah's net. It's now a 6-2 game. As Jordan Ty Fournier fired it over Januzzi's right shoulder, and after the goal scored, looked like Mikhail Robideau took a cheap shot at Zane Schartz behind the Grizzlies' net. There's no other way to look at it. It looked like Robideau was targeting him. Robideau is going to get the gate, as there was really no reason for him to throw the shot at Schartz behind the net. So Robideau gets an early shower with 10.8 seconds left in the third, as he has been tossed from this game. So it looks like the final score is going to be 6-2, with the Grizzlies getting the first 6 goals of the contest. Allen responded with 2 unanswered. Jordan Ty Fournier gets his 4th goal of the season, as the Grizzlies win the draw, as they'll just hang out in their own zone the rest of regulation. 2 seconds left, 1 second. Somebody pushes Dante Januzzi. That was Johnny Walker unnecessarily pushing Januzzi in front of the net. Tyler Penner goes to confront him, but the game is over. Grizzlies win! Grizzlies win 6-2, and there is no doubt about it, as Johnny Walker now yelling at the Grizzlies bench. Walker got in a fight with Dakota Raby early in the third period, but the Grizzlies get their 2nd road victory of the year, as Dylan Fitz and Brett Stapley each had 2 goals, and Dante Januzzi was absolutely outstanding in net, stopping all but 2 as he got his 6th victory of the season. What can you say? A complete team effort for the Grizzlies. They played well in the power play. The penalty kill was perfect, and the Grizzlies came away with a team victory as they get their 13th win of the season, and they just destroyed Allen here in the first 50 minutes of play, and they came away with a 6-2 victory as the Grizzlies happily head to the locker room as Josh Wesley pats Ryan Kanaswich on the back, and the coaches Kanaswich and Horn have to be happy about the Grizzlies' effort tonight. Tomorrow afternoon will be the rubber match, and considering how physical things got towards the end, we could be in for a treat on Saturday afternoon. Sweet victory for the Grizzlies. This is probably the best they have looked, both home and road, so far this season. What can you say? The Grizzlies probably put together their best 60-minute performance since they last beat Allen on the Teddy Bear Toss night on December 9th. Grizzlies get the victory 6-2, and what a sweet victory it was. Utah is now 2-3 in the first 5 games of this 9-game road trip. We'll come back and have the post-game show in 30 seconds. Once again, the final score from Credit Union of Texas Event Center. It's the Utah Grizzlies 6 and the Allen Americans 2. This is Utah Grizzlies hockey, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Boy, what a win for the Grizzlies as they get their 2nd road victory of the season. They put together an outstanding effort, in particular in the first 42 minutes of play. They really played a complete game. The Grizzlies outshot the Americans 29-27. That's only the 9th time the Grizzlies have outshot opponents this year. For the Grizzlies, it was huge to get an early lead, and obviously scoring the first 6 goals of the game is going to do that. Utah is now 10-3 when scoring first this season. Brett Stapley was the Optum first goal of the game, scorer 5-10, and Zane Schartz made his Grizzlies debut. His last name is Schartz. And Schartz picked up the main assist on the State League goal, 5-10. And they gave an assist to Dylan Fitz, even though they list on the plus minuses that Fitz wasn't even on the ice. So I'm not sure if he actually got the assist, but either way, the Grizzlies took a 1-0 lead, 5-10 in. The Grizz extended the lead 3 minutes later. We know Fitz was on the ice because he was the one that scored the goal, with Tyler Penner and Jacob Semick getting the assist as Semick took the shot from the right point, and it just kind of bounced. The puck just kind of bounced around, and Fitz was in the right place at the right time, and he put it away to make it a 2-0 game. For Tyler Penner, that's his 4th assist of the series. Penner had 1 assist and was a +2, and it was great to see that forward line of Fitz, Penner, and Raby play outstanding hockey here against the Americans. Grizzlies led 2-0 after 1. They outshot the Americans 13-8 in the first period. Utah got a power play to start the second frame as Ryan Gagnon got a roughing minor with 23 seconds left in the first, and the Grizzlies capitalized. Kyle Mayhew was on the right side, just fed it across to Josh Wesley, and Wesley put it away for his 7th goal of the season. It's his 3rd power play goal in his last 7 games. For Mayhew, he ended the night with 1 assist and a +1 rating. He now has a point in 7 of his last 8 games. And for Cole Gallant, it was his first of 2 assists on the night, as Gallant really has played outstanding hockey. It's his second 2-assist game in his last 3 contests. He had 2 assists against Newfoundland this past Sunday on January 7th. And for Cole Gallant, it is his 7th multiple-point game this season. Grizzlies extended the lead to 4-0 as Brandon Cutler was on the right wing, far side. And we couldn't tell if it was a shot or a pass to Adam Berg because we didn't see the net. But Berg scored his 4th of the year with Cutler getting an assist. And the time of that goal was 14:24 into the second period. Later in the second, Dylan Fitz scored his 2nd of the game and 7th of the year with Brian Yoon and Dakota Raby getting the assists. Raby ended the night with 1 assist and a +1 rating. Brian Yoon had 1 assist. He was a +3, which means that Yoon is now a +10 this season, and he has a +9 over his last 7 games. Utah had a 5-0 lead after 2 periods, and really the great theme of this is it's different players contributing to each of the goals, as Utah really had a team effort here tonight. Grizz extended the lead to 6-0 as Stapley got his 2nd of the game and 8th of the year, with Cole Gallant and Nathan Burke getting the assists. I thought it was Mayhew, though, that was nearby, but maybe it was Burke. I couldn't tell. So right now, Gallant and Burke with the assists. And for Nathan Burke, he picked up 1 assist tonight, and he now has 10 on the season. Burke was a +2 for the Grizzlies tonight. Allen scored the last 2 goals of the game as Easton Brodzinski got his 15th of the year. Hank Crone and Blake Don't Call Me Bruce Murray with the assists. And with Crone getting an assist, that means his point-scoring streak extends to 16 games. And for Easton Brodzinski, he now has 5 goals against the Grizzlies this year. And for Blake Murray, it's his 16th assist, and this is 27th game of the year. Late in the third period, and by late we meaning 1949, and Jordan Ty Fournier scored what listed as now as unassisted. It's his 4th of the year. And then after the play, behind the net, Mikhail Robidoux just unnecessarily took a shot at Zane Schartz. Robidoux got a misconduct, 1949 into the third. And then after regulation, it could have turned into a big brawl if the Grizzlies really wanted to, as Johnny Walker, for some reason, just decided he was going to push Dante Januzzi at the buzzer. Or maybe he was just giving him a light tap to just say, hey, good game, big guy. Walker can at times do those sort of things. One of the more entertaining parts of the third period, I wish they would have shown a replay of this, but Walker got in a fight with Dakota Raby, 2:20 into the third period. 2 guys who were former teammates last season. They were even teammates towards the end of the Grizzlies 2022 Division Championship Club. So Raby and Walker dropped the gloves. Looked like Walker might have gotten a couple more blows than Raby did. We saw Johnny Walker in the fights he had as a member of the Grizzlies. They were pretty quick bouts. This one, though, looked like it took a little bit longer by his standards. And for Dakota Raby, he's been in a couple fights before as a Grizzly, but not too many of them. Maybe about once or twice a year, Raby will drop the gloves. But Nevertheless, it was a good performance by the Grizzlies. They went 1 for 5 on the power play, and they were also a perfect, easy for me to say, they were a perfect 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. So Utah in the 2 games of the series, they are 5 for 5 on the penalty kill, which is certainly big because they came into this series and came into tonight in last place on the penalty kill this year. So, the big thing is that the Grizzlies got points from so many players. Let's see, there was, I think 13 of these 17 skaters for the Grizzlies ended up with at least 1 point. Even some of the guys that didn't score points still played well tonight. That's kind of the kind of team effort that it's been. And it seems like every time the Grizzlies win a game, we always talk about this being the kind of win, really the kind of style that the Grizzlies have to play with. For the Grizzlies to be a successful team, they're going to need those sort of nights. You may get a couple star performances from guys like Stapley and Gallant, and Dylan Fitz has certainly been good on this road trip. But it's a night like tonight, or 13 of these 17 players register a point, and you even get something, certainly away from the play, maybe even during the play, you certainly get good performances from other guys that didn't score points, like Quinn Wickers. He didn't get a point tonight, but he was a +2 and had 1 shot. And it really felt like Quinn Wickers, who was paired up with Brian Yoon tonight, felt like that was a good combination for the Grizzlies. So, and they got a great performance from Dante Januzzi, who saved 25 of 27. Right now, they've listed 2 of the 3 stars. Now they got all 3 stars. 3 stars of the game. The third star is Cole Gallant, who ended the night with 2 assists and a +1 rating. He only had 1 shot, but he certainly played a good 2-way game. Gallant is the third star. Second star goes to Brett Stapley, who picked up 2 goals. It's his 8th multiple-point game this season. Stapley was also a +1 and had 3 shots. Stapley leads all Grizzlies forwards with a +3 rating. And the number 1 star is Dylan Fitz. I'm not sure about the validity of the assist because they didn't give him a plus on the goal that Stapley scored, even though they gave him an assist. I guess he must have scored from the bench, or maybe he delivered the pass to Sharts and then Fitz came off the ice. That's the only way you can explain why he didn't get a plus on the play but ended up with an assist. So either way, right now it's listed as 2 goals and 1 assist for Dylan Fitz and a +2 rating. He had 5 shots, and what can you say about Fitz on the road trip? He now has 4 goals in his last 5 games. Remember last Friday in the road trip opener, he scored the game winner, 5:09 into OT. So Fitz really has just picked it up for the Grizzlies as of late, and it was great here during this series to see the combination of Fitz, Penner, and Raby all playing good hockey. So Utah comes away with the victory 6-2. Wednesday night, it was a 5-4 Allen win. You can really say the Grizzlies have played well in each of the games this series. And because of that, Saturday afternoon is going to be the rubber match. Faceoff is going to be at 3:10. Coverage here on the Grizzlies Hockey Network will be at 2:50. That'll just about wrap things up here as we're hanging out in the Grizz Cave at Maverick Center. There's a lot of good gymnastics events coming on here at Maverick Center, as there's 4 schools tonight, and I think there's 2 different sessions tomorrow. There's an afternoon session that features 4 of the really best programs in the country, including the University of Utah and LSU. Then there's an evening session as well. And I think the best of Utah gymnastics meet will be on Monday, January 15th, where 4 local schools will perform on the Maverick Center floor. So a lot of gymnastics action happening at Maverick Center. Hey, why not come on down and enjoy some gymnastics, as there's some amazing athletes performing at Maverick Center this weekend. Well, for the Grizz, either home or on the road, this is probably the best they've looked in quite some time. And for the Grizzlies, you hope that a series like this, and you hope a performance like tonight, really jumpstarts things. As the Grizzlies with the victory, their record goes to 13-20. They are now 2-14 on the road. But as the Grizzlies showed here tonight, they can be capable of beating just about everybody if they play well. And Ryan Kanaswich and Christian Horn put together an outstanding game plan. The Grizzlies put together a great effort for 60 minutes as they come away with a 6-2 victory. Join us tomorrow afternoon, 2:50 pregame show, 3:10 face-off for the series finale. And don't forget, the Grizzlies will travel on Saturday evening after the game to Wichita, and they will face the Thunder on Sunday afternoon. Let's take a quick check to see how the Wichita Thunder did tonight, as they were hosting Cincinnati. And that game is now in overtime, tied at 3. So if you're on Flow Sports, you might as well turn and watch the end of that game. Cincinnati and Wichita tied at 3 as they are in overtime right now. After 2 periods, Fort Wayne leads Rapid City 2-0. And also after 2 periods, Idaho leads Kansas City 3-2. In the other Mountain Division battle, Iowa defeats Tulsa 3-2. So obviously in those matchups where you see a Mountain Division opponent facing a non-Mountain Division opponent, Grizzlies fans will definitely be rooting for the non-divisional opponent. Looks like we got a few of those cases here this evening. Looks like it's still going on in overtime between Cincinnati and Wichita. Well, that'll wrap things up. The Grizzlies came away with a big-time 6-2 victory behind 2 goals from Dylan Fitz and Brett Stapley. Once again, the time of game was 2 hours and 24 minutes, and in front of a crowd of 2,540. I guess that's what happens when the Dallas Stars also play a home game on the same night. The Utah Grizzlies come away with a victory 6-2 as their record goes to 13-20 on the season. For the Allen Americans, their 6-game winning streak comes to an end. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. We'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon. You've been listening to the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.